Okay.
Is it?
Hello.
Hi. How's it going, bro?
Yeah, not bad.
I find it weird doing this, you know.
I know we've been planning this for like ages,
No.
and in that time we've been like, I've been seeing you at the London Film Festival as well.
I know. That's the weird thing. It's like probably the last time we saw each other. Yeah, it was October when I saw you last, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then the time before was the previous festival.
Yeah. Because I wanted to come and because I tried to come and see you in December, but I was in my conference, wasn't I? So I missed out.
Yeah, I think you were in
okay.
South London, weren't you?
I was for a PhD conference, which was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Not really.
So finally.
Yes, finally we're online. I don't even know who's waiting. Who's waiting for us? I don't even know.
I know. I've just been looking. Few viewers at the moment. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
What's your favorite UK film? Oh, wow. Okay, I like answering questions. My favorite UK film is More Than Carla by Lynn Ramsey.
Oh, Lynn Ramsey. Lynn Ramsey is one of the best directors around today. Yep. You know.
Yeah. Do you remember when she almost made a sci-fi film about Moby Dick?
That would have been mad. That would have been mad.
Yeah, I know. That's my favorite. That's my favorite UK film. Well, I don't know. There's a lot. I like Mike Leigh films as well. Naked is one of my favorite UK films. And then recently I started watching Derek Jarman films, and I really liked a film called Caravaggio.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. My favorite UK film. I mean, I really don't know.
Thank you for your question. Much appreciated. It's difficult. I guess it's difficult for you sometimes because you're such Asian oriented.
I know. It's like
my mum's online.
There'll be a time when I will. Hello.
Hi, Dion.
So is my missus.
Yeah. Well, thanks for the support. We appreciate it.
Yeah. At least we got some viewers, you know.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. Hey, we're on 16 now. That's quite good. I'm quite chuffed with that.
I'm quite impressed. No, I thought I'd get like 2 or 3. Yeah. And we'd just be there talking casually, like as if we were talking on the phone.
Hi,
hello, everyone.
Obrigado for coming, my friends. You know, Andre.
Andre, he's awesome. He's such a cool guy. I know.
Yes, I agree.
Comments on nearly everything. I know. And he's so active on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, is he? All right. Well, I'm going to have to add him on. Hi, Nisa.
She loved your finger puppets that you sent her.
Oh, yeah. I can't believe it's been a year since I've been to Hong Kong, to be honest. It feels like ages ago now.
Yeah, she plays with them with her Sylvanian family. Like,
really?
See this rabbit talking to like Ghostface from Spirited Away.
The only one I kept Porco Rosso. Wait a minute, where's my camera? For my pen.
Oh, such a great character. Such a great character.
And then I've got a no face as well, like a statue of it. But I'm gonna have to move to get it. But it's so good. Yeah. No, I'm so glad she plays with them though. That's good. Hi Dimitri, how's it going? Hi Sinead, my sister's here as well. Oh wow, everybody's here. Okay, right. Okay, well, where do you want to start?
I don't know. Like this lockdown has got, you know, what can you do at the moment? I mean,
yeah, that's it. That's the thing for me. It's like I'm just so not used to being at home. That's my thing. It's like I'm always somewhere, and it's like literally what I started doing was I started going through like vintage films. I didn't really think I'm not exactly like black and white orientated within my cinema.
Yeah,
as you would know, but like literally over the last couple of days, I watched Pale Flower today, which is a fantastic Japanese noir. Never seen that one before. Have you seen Pale Flower?
I love it. I love it.
Honestly, I was.
It's a masterpiece.
Yeah,
I don't know. Honestly. I don't know if you know a YouTuber, Josh Palmer. It's his favorite film of all time.
Really? Okay, I'm gonna have to find.
And when he said to me, "Check that film out," because I had never seen it.
Yeah,
I thought it was absolutely outstanding. Yeah. Those 2 characters in it are just.
Oh my god! I know that's the thing. It's the thing for me. It's like like when it comes to like film itself, it's one of the best lit films I've ever like seen.
Yeah.
And throughout the whole idea of this film, I just thought it was so interesting. And like the ending, I'm not going to say anything about the ending, but I thought it was just brutally eloquent. It was so magical. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah. But no, Pale Flower I watched today. I watched what else did I watch? I've got loads. I saw a terrible film, and I don't know if anybody else has seen it yet, but Journey to China, The Mystery of Iron Mask with Jackie Chan and Arnold Schwarzenegger. It is a new movie that came out on VOD today, and it is absolute garbage. Dimitri told me that it's a sequel, and I was like, there's a first film to this. It is abysmal. Please do not waste your money on VOD with this one.
Do you know, I've stopped watching Jackie Chan movies for a while. Like, I wasn't a big fan of his US stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're fun, but they're not like...
No.
The stuff he did with the Golden Harvest was just...
Yeah.
It's groundbreaking.
Jackie Chan is like a bit of a grey area for me. Like, I've seen like Police Stories on like Criterion Channel at the moment, so I'm gonna watch like is it Police Story?
Yeah, they'll have Police Story
trilogy,
1 and 2. Right? Yeah, but I don't think they have the third one. I mean, the third one is amazing. There's a stunt on the third one, which I think is probably the best stunt in the whole trilogy, which is this one over a train, and it's got Michelle Yeoh in it, who's just.
Oh, okay.
I think, in terms of action female stars, Michelle Yeoh's the best. She is just.
Yeah.
Oh, she's unbelievable. And now she's doing like, Crazy Rich Asians. Like that's how most people would know her now.
Exactly. Well, yeah, that's how I know her. So yeah. But the thing is, it's like you educate everybody about Asian cinema, man. That's the thing. Like that's why you have so many people following you as you do. So you educate so many people, and it works out so well for everybody else because you're showing your passion to the world on YouTube.
Well, it's all I know really. Like, but saying that. There was any reviewer on YouTube, which I think is the best, is this guy here. I mean, your review. I was trying to see which way am I pointing. Dion's review of Pain and Glory is my favorite review I've ever seen on YouTube.
You say this too many times.
I've said it so many times.
Yeah,
it's the best review and I've because you even teach how to review movies as well. That's how good he is. That's how good you are.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. It's a bit weird now because I'm not like teaching anybody, so I'm just like I'm really trying to like. I want to do some like online classes, but I'm working with one of the companies. I work with, do you know like Joe Wicks and like fitness classes?
Yeah.
Well, I want to do film classes. So like that's in a pipeline, but we'll see what happens.
That'd be awesome.
But what have we got? Well, so you love Asian film. I really dig what's been happening in South Korea and Japan for a while. Really hype for the Train to Busan sequel. Isn't that out already? No,
Peninsula.
Peninsula.
No, that's Seoul Station. Peninsula. Do you know something? I don't know about Peninsula. I really want it to do well, but the director's last film, Psychokinesis, was not great, which is such a shame.
Oh yeah, that was terrible.
That was awful. It's on. If anyone wants to watch it, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's not good.
It's not great. It's not great. I mean, I reviewed it. I thought it was a bit of fun, but it's not. Do not go in there thinking, oh, this is the guy who done, Train to Busan, Seoul Station, King of Pigs, but it's not anywhere near to that level.
It's not very good. I would highly, oh god, but you have time to watch it now if you're interested. That's the best way to
you got trained. You got time to watch rubbish films now.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Whilst some of us we do not have time to watch a rubbish film.
Floyd Dillon has seen the first Forbidden Kingdom film with Jackie Chan and his sequel. Is it really bad, Floyd? Please tell me. I'm dying to know now. Floyd 75 Dillon. That's...
Forbidden Kingdom. That was the one he did with Jet Li.
Yeah. So this is the second film to it.
I thought that was. you know, that's like a dream cast. Jet
Yeah.
Li and Jackie Chan, but it was an American film. That's just
I think this is the sequel is a Chinese Russian like hybrid movie. So I'm a bit like, yeah, exactly. It's just a money grabber, but not for me. What else have we got? Oh, Dimitri's asking you, The Gangster, The Cop, The Devil. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I mean, Don Lee just seems to be like, he just pulls in audiences. He's such a great, like, charismatic Korean actor. Yeah, I mean, he's been around for so long, but now he's finally getting that recognition, and he's doing Marvel films now. Yeah, someone I know on Facebook said he saw him in London.
He's the guy that's doing what's the name of that Marvel movie?
Is it
Eternals? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, is it? Yeah, it is.
I don't know anything about Marvel films.
No, well, unfortunately, I do, but not that much.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all. Well,
yeah,
most of them. Yeah. But it's every time they're on Sky, I'll sit down and watch one.
That's the thing. Like Disney Plus is like quite dangerous for it right now.
Yeah, that's it. Tim just said, I saw him in London because he commented about it on Facebook.
Okay. Yeah. What's your favorite Bong Joon-ho film? Memories of Murder. Yeah, Memories of Murder is the best Bong Joon-ho film.
It is the best. It's the best. I keep telling everyone. You know, people that have just got on the Bong Joon-ho hype train, you know, Parasite is his best film, and then they've probably seen Mother because that's the only other one that's got a UK release other than Snowpiercer. Yes, them three movies. But Memories of Murder is like...
Yeah, it is the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, Roman's here from Cinema Monologues. Salut, comment ça va? If you have never seen Cinema Monologues, he's one of the best like YouTube channels when it comes to actual critique analysis. I highly recommend you going over there. He's in the chat now. Go there also, and also to Dimitri. He needs to make more videos though. Yeah. Work on it, Dimitri.
Yeah.
But anyway, sorry. With Bong Joon-ho though, I definitely think Memories of Murder is the best. I like Mother quite a bit as well though. I think the whole Parasite thing is fantastic. Don't get me wrong. I'm still in awe what happened, but I kind of I've kind of like been a bit disinterested rewatching Parasite at the moment. I don't know why. I still love the film a lot, but I don't know. Are you feeling the same or?
Well, I saw it 5 times. I don't think I need to see it for a little while because I saw it in such a short period of time. Because
you saw it so many times, and you met Bong Joon-ho.
Met him and Song Kang-ho.
And Song Kang-ho as well.
That was amazing. That was. Do you know? Every time I think about that, because I thought he was going to open the London East Asian Film Festival. I was like, and I was away at the time. I was like, I really hope he's not opening that because, like, I don't know what I'll do. I'll be so heartbroken because he's one of the greatest directors in my eyes. But in a bittersweet way, he didn't open it. But yeah, he's just
magical stuff, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nah. And you met Corrida last year as well, right? Yeah.
I met Corrida, yeah. And Simon Lang. That was.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, my God, that's the joys of living in London, man. Living in rural Wales doesn't give you the benefits of this. But
do you know what it is? In working in Soho, you get to see so many. I saw Edgar Wright just literally walk past me.
Oh yeah, he's editing his new film in Soho. That's where he edits all of his movies anyway. What's the new one called again? Something Nighttime in Soho.
Last Days of Soho. Or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's coming out in November. So
I think he's got a Korean cinematographer on that.
That wouldn't surprise me. Like I saw some of the set photos for it. It looked amazing. Because the Empire Haymarket Cinema. They like closed that whole road down and like reconverted it to like I think 70s aesthetic. It looks interesting, and they got Anya Taylor-Joy in it as well. So it's like at least it's different casting for Edgar Wright movie as well. Yeah. So, but no, he's like always around in Soho. I've seen him a few times in Picture House Central as well. I forget how short he is.
Yeah. Another guy I always see is Ian Hislop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think he's always around. That's a random one.
One of the random people I always, the most random actor I see in London when I'm down in London is Richard E. Grant.
Do you see him?
Yeah, literally, if you walk down Oxford Street, I would say I've seen him down there about 3-4 times now.
Yeah.
So that's my random one.
He's a cool guy. He just comes across as a really cool guy.
Rest also asks, Correada, what's your favorite Correada film? That must be hard for you.
Do you know something? It always changes. It really is so dependent on my moods because Our Little Sister is one of the most charming films I've ever seen. It's just such a delight to watch. But then there's Still Walking as well. Still Walking's got such an all-star cast.
I actually got the Criterion a couple of weeks ago, maybe. But
oh, really?
Based on your recommendations. But
I think I've got 3 editions of that.
I got
the BFI, the Criterion, and the Plain Archive one, which he signed.
Oh yeah, he signed that for you, right?
Yeah, I would never touch. I would never open that. I would never open it. I won't even touch it again.
How much would he sell it for?
Do you know someone once emailed me, how much would I sell my signed copy of I Saw the Devil? And I just said I don't think I could ever sell it, no matter how much you offered me. Even if you offered me £1,000 plus, I just don't think I could let it go. It's just, you know, to me,
it's precious, isn't it?
Yeah, it's because when you're meeting those directors that are just like your heroes, and it's like those. Some days you just come home, you're pissed off, you've had a stressful day at work, and they just relieve all of that for you.
Yeah,
they just, you know, they're like your best friends as well. So it's crazy. I don't think I could.
I've got nothing signed. I like when I go to festivals and stuff, like I'm always scared to ask directors to sign my stuff because I'm just like, well, when you do like press, it's like etiquette not to.
I know. Yeah.
Carry on.
No, go on.
Finish?
No, go on.
Well, because I saw Roy Anderson in Venice last year, and I had a quick chat with him in the Excelsior Hotel, which is where everybody goes after screenings and stuff to have like food and stuff. And I was just like, I'm not going to ask for a selfie of a 75-year-old Swedish man, but I will tell him how much I respect him as a director, and then I will walk away from the situation. So that's what I did. I regret it now.
I think if you said to him, like, listen,
bro,
listen, I've got this with me. I carry it around with me everywhere I go. And I've also got this marker.
Yeah, it's fancy signing it.
You might fancy sign it because it means so much to me.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, we also have, are you both Janke fans? I would say so. I think you would also say that.
My favourite film of the last decade was a touch of sin. I put that down, and that would surprise everyone, I think, because
it actually surprised me as well because I was expecting something completely different. So
yeah, it was so easily at the top of my list. I just thought
definitely
that is. I mean, even though there's like been so many great films, Asian films in the last decade.
I think last decade was definitely Asian cinema's reign of superiority, to be honest. But no, I think Janke is just a very interesting director in general. I've only seen a couple, but Ashes Purest White was actually a lot more intriguing than I anticipated it, especially with the mixed reviews it had at Cannes the year before. But I actually bought A Touch of Sin. You know, it was for sale in Poundland for £2.
Really?
Yeah, so I got it from Poundland for £2.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's on my lockdown list. So I need to rectify that. I know Cinema Monologues also likes Touch of Sin.
Oh, Eric's
also
here.
A Janke fan. Who else have we got? Hello,
Asian
Alex.
Movie enthusiast, Eric.
Oh yeah, hello. I follow his channel also. I like his stuff. Oh, I've got peacocks that live where I live, and they're yelling going to bed now. So it's kind of
that is so random.
Yeah, I know.
So
it's
crazy.
Like, if you go on my Twitter, you can see a video of them going to bed last night. So
peacocks.
Yeah, we got 5.
Where are you living? Like in next to like the Sultan of Dubai?
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's the best way to describe it. I live on a really steep hill, so yeah, and then we have peacocks right now, so it's really random. Floyd is asking, what was the first Asian film you watched, and what Asian film turned you to Asian cinema? That I would say that's more for you.
I'll tell you what it was. Do you know, before I got into Asian cinema, because my dad, he hardly spoke English, so he came to this country, and then after, you know, he worked all the time, and when he got me really into films, because we started watching spaghetti westerns together.
Yeah.
And my grandmother had a house which she boarded to restaurant staff, and there was a guy from Hong Kong, and he became a family friend. And then for my birthday, he got me a few VHSs. He got me Way of the Dragon, and it was it was 36 Chambers of Shaolin, and it was 36 Chambers of Shaolin, which just it became like the turning point, because I was just into martial arts films after that, like Shaw Brothers, Golden Harvest films, and then it got into anime, manga. You remember the publisher Manga Video? They're still around.
Yeah.
They were also owned by another company which had like other publishers, and they sent me this like brochure of all the titles that they came, and it was Violent Cop on there, the Takeshi Kitano film.
Yeah.
And that just got me into Japanese cinema, and that was how it all started, really. Yeah.
See, like, this is why you're so passionate about it. For me, it's like, I would say probably the first like proper Asian cinema I watched with great interest was Oldboy, probably. But like when I was younger, obviously I used to watch a lot of Bruce Lee movies, like a lot of kung fu movies, because at the same time I used to do karate, Aikido, karate, I don't know what I did, but I was really into it. And then Karate Kid inspired me then to watch more Asian cinemas. So yeah. That's basically that's mine. But like my film education of Asian cinema is still growing and developing day by day.
Oh mate, that's great, because there's just a ton of things to delve into.
That's like, the thing, isn't it? It's like, for me, I try to like watch films from all across the globe, and it's something that I'm trying to better now, especially under this like lockdown situation. It gives me more time to like actually catch up with a lot more stuff. Oh, premium Blu-rays watched First Love the other night, and he loved it. Yes, brilliant. It is phenomenal.
that night I saw you. It's when I was going to go see it.
Yes.
And I thought,
God, that is one of my favorite like fun to catch in UK movies now. I think it's absolutely insane, but it definitely is. That's definitely the most fun I had at London Film Festival last year. And I think me and Dimitri, and he can correct me if I'm wrong on this now, we were actually meant to go and see the Tom Hanks movie Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood instead. And then I decided and went for First Love instead, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, but
Nico
Cal Hobday, Dion, I love your reviews and watch with my 10-year-old daughter. What was the movie that made you fall in love with cinema, in particular art house? Oh God, fuck. Sorry. Okay.
The 10-year-old child's probably watching that, and you're swearing.
Apologies for my foul language. In response to your, probably, I would say either Under the Skin or Blue Velvet, because I would say my film education started a bit later. Properly, I would say I was about 21, 22 when I started getting into like film more. But I actually went all the way from my house in North Wales to Liverpool, which is about an hour and a half to go and see Glazers Under the Skin, and it blew me away. But like prior to that, Blue Velvet is like my all-time favorite movie. I've even got, I'll show you this now actually, if it will let me. Does it go this way? This is my original print of Blue Velvet poster. I got that in the Netherlands when I was there a couple of years ago for Christmas. And yeah, David Lynch is my favorite director, if anybody is asking. Yeah, it's either Under the Skin and like Blue Velvet really like opened my mind, and then obviously I like moved from then, and I've watched loads of stuff.
I think there's only a few films of his that I've not seen. I mean, I've got the box set, the Blu-ray box set of his, and like I bought, and I also have a couple Criterions. But Blue Velvet is by far his best film. I mean, but I've not seen Eraserhead.
I would say Lost Highway is like a really underrated film from David Lynch, and I'd really recommend that. But like the other day was 30 years of since Twin Peaks aired on TV, so like it's I'm getting a bit of a Lynch kick in my head again now. Like I never forget about David Lynch, but like I always go back. So, got any other questions here?
What's your favorite Asian horror film?
Oh, okay. In all honesty, nothing really beats House-2 for me, and I heard that Obayashi-san died today.
Yeah.
So that's a big shame. But for me, honestly, like my friend Kieran, I don't know if Kieran is actually watching this right now, but Kieran bought me House-2 for my birthday when I was like in my early 20s, and I fell in love with that film straight away. I watched Jigoku. I thought Jigoku was very interesting. Onibaba is another good one I like. What about you? What are the like Asian horror films?
For me, it's Audition.
Obviously Audition. That's
Audition's
like,
just
Audition is like the primal like horror Asian horror film, isn't it? I guess. I kind of want to watch like more like B horror from Japan. I've heard like there's some like crazy ones out there, but
there's Grotesque. Grotesque is banned in the UK. Yeah, but it's on YouTube.
Oh, is it? Okay.
And it's like completely uncut with the subtitles. So yeah, that's just it is. That is probably the worst torture porn torture horror porn. It's just horrible and violent, and
that's on my list now.
Yeah,
thank you very much for that one. What else have we got? I think Roman had a question earlier. Wait a minute. He says, "Do you guys like Johnny Toe, PTU, and Election? Were my entry point into Asian cinema. Do you like Johnny Toe?"
I love Johnny Toe. Yeah. Exile is his best movie. I think that is. Oh, what a great movie that is! That's like a Western gangster movie.
Yeah.
But these like standoffs are just so beautiful. They're just
the only one I've actually seen from Johnny Toe is Election. But since Roman's asked me this question, I will rectify it by watching more Johnny Toe movies. I promise.
Yeah, there's like I actually watched one the other day.
Yeah.
Justice My Foot, which is not like any other Johnny Toe movie. It's a Stephen Chow comedy. Very similar to like Hail the Judge.
Okay.
I don't know if anyone's ever seen that, Hail the Judge. It's Stephen Chow's comedy. It's nice and light-hearted. Nothing like it, Exiled or any other Johnny Toe. Mad Detective. But I think they're saying I think there's something coming out, Johnny Toe from Eureka, Masters of Cinema. Oh, I can't remember what it was.
It. I haven't actually been keeping tabs on Eureka recently. I'm not always a big fan of their movies, but that's just my own personal choice.
They're doing a lot of not the Masters of Cinema collection, but I know they're releasing all those Golden Harvest movies for anyone who loves 80s Hong Kong cinema. They're all coming out from there, and 88 films.
I know Arrow Academy are releasing Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, the Oshima movie. Yeah, so that's coming out their way in June, which I'm looking forward to buy. That's one I really want to get.
What a great movie!
I actually watched the Cruel Story of Youth the other day. Have you seen that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not on the fence with it, but I just found like the middle point of it got a bit too droll, in my opinion. Dimitri, nobody wants to see the painted bird, okay? Except have you heard about the painted bird?
No.
It's this, I believe it's a Czech film, and it's 3 hours long. It's just basically one of the most gruesome movies that came out in Venice last year. I've actually got I've got a screening link for it. If you want to watch it, I'll send it over to you. But it's pretty crazy, apparently. What else have we got? Throwdown. Oh, Throwdown is coming out.
That's the day. That's the Johnny Toe. Yeah, Throwdown. Oh, awesome.
Okay. Just realized that all the films I have seen recently are recommended from Huss and Asian movie enthusiasts, both on this chat. Respect to you both. Respect to you and respect to Asian film enthusiasts. See, what else we got? Have you seen Poetry by Chang Dong and Burning? Yes. Oasis is one of the saddest movies that I have ever seen, though, from Lee Chang Dong. That broke me so much.
That really needs a UK release. How is that not been released in the UK?
It was on Prime for ages, and then I finally watched it, and I was just... Lee Chang Dong he's a tormented soul, man. And I respect everything he makes. Like, I remember I went to see Burning, didn't I? That's the first time we ever met in real life.
Yeah.
And then you went to see director Dong, and then I was inside watching the Q&A after. Oh my God. Yes. Yeah. What a movie. Yeah, but Oasis is like one of the saddest movies. What does Dimitri say? The press and industry screening Painted Bird was an experience. Never seen that many walkouts. The biggest walkouts I've ever seen was I saw this film called Number 7 Cherry Tree Lane by Don Fan. You ever heard of that? It's an animated Hong Kong movie that came in Venice last year. And literally, when you go to the biggest cinema in the festival, you can fit about 1,000 people in there. And literally, I would say about half of the screen walked out within 30 minutes of the film being out. It was awful. I walked out after an hour and 15 minutes, and usually I stay for a whole film, even if it's terrible.
Was it just a terrible movie? In
all honesty, like, the best way I can describe this to you, it's basically about eroticism with cats. It's just really weird. I don't know if anybody else has heard of Number 7 Cherry Tree Lane, but please don't do it. It's really it's terrible. Carl, I was blown away by High and Low. What Kurosawa would you recommend that is similar
to High and Low? I don't know.
High and Low is like top rank Kurosawa, isn't it?
Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think of another film similar to it.
Roman suggests try Bad Sleep Well. Okay.
High and Low is brilliant though.
Everybody is just like, I think High and Low is like one of those like top tier, isn't it? Like,
that's one of his best.
Yeah. Well, it's like, what else can you say? Like, I know Kieran, if Kieran is in the chat, I don't know. He like loves Kurosawa more than most people that I know, but he loves High and Low. What else have we got? Dimitri. He says this to me on a daily basis, and we talk daily between Wales and St. Petersburg. Such a shame about the utter lack of UK distribution for Hong Sang-soo films. Yes, I totally agree with that. I know. It's mental, isn't it?
I think there's only, 3 or 4 UK releases.
Because you've got... where is it? This is the only UK one I've got from his, is that one.
Yeah, and then there's a... I'm sure Claire's Camera came out.
Did it? On Blu-ray?
Did it? I can't. I think that's a US release.
Don't tease me with that, because I would be buying that bad boy.
But I buy all his Korean releases, so
yeah.
I mean, I still picked up that one.
Yeah, I've got the only Korean one. I've got the Plain Archive. Right Now, Wrong Then. That's the only one I've got from his outside of UK.
Such a good.
But movie. I've ordered. Oh no, sorry, I lie. I've got Hotel by the River somewhere. Maybe it's in the living room.
I've not picked that up yet.
I pre-ordered Grass also, because I like Grass quite a bit. And
they should have released that with Hotel by the River.
Oh, and I still haven't bought what's the Kim Min-hee one with the beach?
Girl on the beach alone.
And Night Alone, yeah, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, I know, is it Kino Lorber that do them in America? Probably.
Probably. I mean, I usually pick up the Korean, so
yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah. But no, it is an absolute travesty because like Hong Sang-soo is like another god of South Korean cinema, to be honest. I love his film. But the thing is like his spontaneity as well. I think obviously he doesn't really structure anything. He just makes whatever he wants.
Do you know how he works? He literally writes a script maybe a few hours before he even films it.
Yeah.
Which is just crazy. I was speaking to his cinematographer, and his cinematographer was saying, hardest person to work with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that kind of process because I love spontaneity, and I think what I enjoy the most about Sang-soo films is it's just that human level to it. There's no, it's at times, yes, it can be pompous, but at the same time, you can connect so often within his films, like in Grass, when they like talking about relationships and like the deterioration of a relationship. It's something that a lot of us go through. Yeah. And it's like even the director from South Korea can connect with you. Yeah. And I think that's the joy of cinema in general, is that you can make a human connection with anybody. So yeah. What else have we got? Oh my god. Have you seen Marriage Story with Sammo Hung and Maggie Cheung?
No, I haven't. But I think
neither have I.
Really got a Blu-ray. Really.
Johnny, I'm assuming Johnny would recommend it to us.
Yeah, I need to pick it up.
Yeah, I've not seen that one either, I'm afraid. But yeah, what questions do you have? Because we're just going off the chat questions right now.
But I've just been talking about, like, I was going to talk about what I've seen, but you know, we can still go through the chat, but I think because we've never done this before, and I guess people do always want to ask questions.
Yeah.
And
if anybody has questions, feel free. Also, like me and Hus were talking about maybe doing a watch along of like a film with you guys. So if anybody's interested in that, please let us know, because we can like work on something. Especially considering that we're probably got another 3-4 weeks of lockdown, so there's plenty of time for a watch along. And also we need to pick a film.
Yeah, that's going to be hard to pick a film.
Yeah, but I'm sure we can pick one. Restwell asks, what is your most prized physical copy of a film you own? Well, we know which one that's yours.
Oh, I don't... Do you know, it probably will be that Still Walking, the Plain Archive.
Yeah.
Signed by Corrida. It could be Mother, the Bong Joon-ho signed one, but I don't know. What's yours?
I don't really have a prized one. I've got this Plain Archive of Carol by Todd Haynes.
Oh, beautiful release.
That's the second edition release of it. But yeah, I got that one from Korea. I love that one. That's one of my favorite. But if you want to talk about Asian film, I managed to get. I got Chungking Express, The Cause on Artificial Eye, for £14.
That is so hard to find.
I know. And do you know what? Music Magpie, I found it on £14.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That was a find. So getting something so worthwhile, like that. Oh, Matt Lockhart is here. Hi, Matt Lockhart. How are you? He's also one of my friends.
That Artificial Eye edition has a Quentin Tarantino extras, doesn't it?
It has the Quentin Tarantino.
About the film.
Yeah, with the bad editing on it. Yeah, that's on that.
Because he's talking about Bridget Lin and her whole history with which one did she do? Is it the Chinese Ghost Story?
Mm.
I think he's talking about that one.
He's do you know what? You can say a lot about Quentin Tarantino, but if it wasn't for him, like half these Asian films would never have seen the dawn of light. I know. It's crazy. Like Wong Kar-wai potentially, even though I would think that in a way he would find a way, but Tarantino really was like a champion for Wong Kar-wai, wasn't he?
And I think the same for Bong Joon-ho, because he did this list of his favorite films. He he's seen since he's been directing movies, and he had two Bong Joon-ho. He had The Host and Memories of Murder.
Yeah,
on there, and he had quite a few Asian films on there. He had But
if you want to go back to Wong Kar-wai, then I actually watched Happy Together for the first time the other day.
I saw.
Wow.
I know, brilliant,
What a movie.
brilliant.
That ending is fantastic. Oh my god! Nobody blends like popular music into cinema like Wong Kar-wai. I don't think so. He just can't be beat.
No.
But honestly, I think again, my friend Kieran, who is in the chat somewhere, the first Wong Kar-wai film I actually got to see was In the Mood for Love in the cinema. That's the first ever one I got to see, and I was like, "Holy Mother of Christ! Where have I? Like, why is this man not in my life?"
Yeah, because that's a great way to be introduced.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you've got the Christopher Doyle cinematography.
Well, yeah, Christopher Doyle is like. Have you seen like any of the extra features with Christopher Doyle? He's a bit of a crazy dude, isn't he?
He is. There's a really cool interview of him on YouTube where he's absolutely off his nut.
Yeah, he's
just talking about directing movies. Being a cinematographer for Wong Kar-wai, and he says, I mean, Wong Kar-wai, he wishes that Wong Kar-wai made more films, but it takes like 9 years for him to make a film.
It's crazy. Well, that's the thing. Like, I know, like, is it Blossoms? I think the new one's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God knows when that's going to come.
Well, after I think between the strikes in Hong Kong, well, the protesting in Hong Kong last year, and now with the pandemic, he hasn't made it yet. So it's pretty sad. But every time I watch a Wong Kar-wai film, especially since I got back from Hong Kong last year, I fall in love with that place over and over again. Because I actually went to where the cafe is in Chungking Express.
Oh, awesome.
But the cafe's not there anymore.
Would you have ordered fish and chips?
Oh man, I don't know what I ordered, but honestly, I was like, I'm going to Hong Kong, and I was like, I have to go see the cafe. So I went all the way there, but it wasn't there. And then I went to this movie store, and then this guy was selling like vintage like Hong Kong posters, and he had a couple of Wong Kar-wai posters, and he had Happy Together and In the Mood for Love, and I was like, if he's gonna offer me about £60, I would buy it. And then I said, how much do you want for one of them? And he said he wanted £150. I was like,
yeah.
And almost, do you know when you like look at stuff and your hand is like twitching and you're just like, I might go for this. But I didn't. I kind of regret it a bit, but 150 quid is a bit steep for a poster. And also I had to get shipped then back to the UK, which would have been a bit of a nightmare also. Yeah. So I didn't do it.
Just get damaged.
And also, obviously, the thing I'm most excited about this year, Blu-ray-wise, is the 4K restorations of all the Wong Kar-wai movies that's coming on Criterion.
Is that definitely happening?
Yeah.
Has it actually been officially announced though?
Yeah, I think February was it, or was it? Yeah, I think it was February.
Because I know they did that doodle. The Criterion's always tease movies with a doodle.
Well, from the people that I know, it is happening.
Oh, that'd be...
So it's a Christmas. It's a Christmas releases. Do you know, like the Godzilla set?
Right. Yeah.
It's going to be like that basically. Yeah, I know exactly.
Oh my god.
I know. But that's the thing. It's like you buy all these Wong Kar-wai film, on Blu-ray for like expensive prices, and this set is going to be pricey from what I'm gathering. So it's going to be like, I don't think it's going to be as expensive as that Bergman set, but we'll see.
I mean, there wouldn't be as many movies as the Bergman set, so.
But I think it's going to be full of extras. Like,
will it also include the Grandmaster?
Oh, please! I hope so. That was one movie I tried to find in Hong Kong. There was a Blu-ray shop right next to my hotel, and I went there and I asked them, "Do you have Wong Kar-wai's Grandmaster?" And they had no copies left.
There is
one.
There is a steelbook from Hong Kong. I think it was only 100 releases of it. 100. Yeah. I've got one, but do you know when I ordered it? Yeah. It got a slight dent in it.
Yeah.
So I hardly ever take it out.
No. Yeah. So I still have not seen that version. I've only ever seen the Heavy Weinstein version. So
do you know, in the time it took him to write that movie, well, plan it, write it, start production, and everything, in that time, they made 2 Ip Man films.
That's crazy, isn't it?
I know,
I still haven't seen Ip Man 4 yet.
I've not seen Ip Man 4, but they're saying it's great. I've heard great reviews of it. I mean, 3 wasn't that great, but 1 and 2.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, number 2's got Sammo Hung. Sammo Hung done the choreography for the first movie. And
that's crazy.
I watched it, man. Actually, that was one of the films I watched. I think last week I saw it, man. I just fancied watching it.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's easily rewatchable, isn't it? That's the thing with it, man. It's like you can watch them anytime you want, but they're just fun. In my opinion.
And it made me watch Master Z. I don't know if you've seen that, which is a spin-off movie.
Yeah, I've heard, but that's another one I've not actually watched yet.
I thought that was okay. I thought it was okay. Yeah.
Like, my question to you was what kind of like streaming services you're using at the moment then to like watch movies?
Well, my wife has Amazon and Netflix.
Yeah.
But if I can get onto the Netflix, because she's always watching like dramas. She was watching this Orthodox. Don't know if you've heard of it.
I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, and then I just stopped watching. I finished watching a film, and then I looked at it. It looks really, really heavy movie, but TV show.
Yeah, I think my mum's actually watching that.
Oh, it's brilliant though. Great ending. Is anyone watching Tiger King?
Oh my god! Yeah,
there's a lot.
Honestly, I could talk about Tiger King for like hours.
I watched the first episode, and I really, I quite like that Joe. Is it Joe Exotic?
Joe Exotic.
I think what a nice guy, and he's just got locked up.
Yeah, I think for me, it's like he went into his profession with good intentions, and then he just became the character that everybody loathed. I think that's the problem with him. But it's like I don't know if anybody saw on Twitter, but Robbie Collin, the Telegraph critic, did the football like group stage, quarterfinals, semi-finals with directors who should direct a Tiger King movie, and then literally the only one I think, well, there's 2. I would think Hamdi Karim would make a great Tiger King movie, or have you seen The Greasy Strangler?
Yeah.
Jim Hoskin would make a fantastic Tiger King film, and I stand by that. But it's been crazy. Like the thing that surprised me the most was I downloaded a VPN, and somehow I've actually managed to get Criterion Channel to work over here, which I was like, wow, because I put my bank details in, like a UK bank card, and they accepted it. But then, like, looking online on like Reddit and stuff, like so many people are just like, I don't think Criterion actually care if you're like VPNing over to. I know you shouldn't do it, but like
maybe that's a sign that they're going to start the UK streaming service.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. I think is the licensing, isn't it? So
it's going to spread abroad.
Yeah, Alex Trinder's saying it as well. Like, all you need is a VPN sign up, and that's it. Like, literally, once you've done the VPN sign up, and then you put your card details in, you don't need the VPN after that. It just lets you log into Criterion, and it's like, literally, it's a freaking treasure trove. There is so much stuff on it. I couldn't believe it. Like, it was mental. Oh, Carl Hobday, who should play Joe Exotic? I honestly think that Steve Carell would make a great Joe Exotic.
That's brilliant.
Honestly, Steve Carell.
It would be it'd be a cross between his Foxcatcher character and Evan.
Oh, definitely.
Evan Almighty. It'd be a cross between them two.
Oh, Jodie Hill. Oh, that's a good one, Roman. I like that. Danny McBride's Joe Exotic. Yes. That would be fantastic.
He's almost there. He's almost there.
Yeah, it's seriously, like, it's one of the most bizarre things I've like watched on TV in a while. And the thing is as well, like, cinematically, it is perfect for cinema. Like, that whole thing is mental. Yeah. I also think that Meryl Streep would make a great Carol Baskin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Meryl Streep as Carol Baskin would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But Michael Shannon. I can see a bit of Joe Exotic.
Michael Shannon.
Yeah.
He's just too scary. Michael Shannon is just scary.
He's terrifying, isn't he? But yeah. BFI player has surprised me quite a bit as well. Like, I've not used BFI player in a long time, but yeah, I've been having a good time with that one as well. Like, I watched a lot of like Derek Jarman films, like British Derek Jarman films. I was just like, I'm having, yeah. And there's like a Alejandro Jodorowsky film called Santa Sangre on it. That's been my favorite film I watched in this lockdown so far. Like, have you ever heard of Holy Mountain?
Yeah, I had the DVD of it.
Yeah, it's like, because Arrow's got that box set coming out in June now, right? So it's like, I'm
gearing up. Were they all real animals, like the stuff that, like the frogs and? Were they
I think most of them are. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's. Oh yeah. Also, Movie is a quid at the moment, which is pretty good.
Wow, Movie is a quid.
Yeah, and Portrait of a Lady on Fire is their new film of the day, which is fantastic. Highly recommend that one.
I've yet to watch it yet. I think that will get a plane. I think that's what I've heard. It might get a plain archive release.
Probably. I know it's on Criterion. It's coming out on Criterion. Floyd says, watch the Louis Theroux documentary on Tiger King. Yeah, it's weird, that Louis Theroux documentary, because I remember watching it years ago. But like, for me, it's weird how Joe Exotic is so different in 2011 compared to how this documentary shot over as well. Like, you can see like there's such a transformation of character, and again, that's why it makes it so cinematic. But Carl is watching Bacurau and Portrait of a Lady on Fire on Movie today. I wasn't too keen on Bacurau. I was expecting a lot more, but it wasn't the crazy John Carpenter Western that I expected, except the last 20 minutes are crazy. But it's a Brazilian, I don't know if you've heard of it, it's like a Brazilian, like Western sci-fi. It's a lot of genres hybrid into one, but I wasn't too keen on it. But it's on Movie if you want to check it out. Shudder 99p, that's pretty good. I've not been on Shudder in ages. The last time I went on Shudder, I watched have you seen that film Revenge?
No.
It's a like German English movie about a woman. It's basically like I Spit on Your Grave, but modernized is the best way to describe it. It's like a revenge movie, but yeah, having a good time. Okay, does anybody else have any questions, or like, I'm assuming what else have you been watching? Oh, it's French. Sorry, Dimitri. Pardon. What else have you been watching anyway?
I've been going for, I don't know if you've ever heard of a director called Dante Lam.
Nope. Go for it.
Since my wife has got Netflix, I've been watching like loads of his films. The three that stand out is like Beast Stalker, The Demon Within, and Stool Pigeon. He's like he was the assistant director of John Woo.
Okay.
So he started directing, and his films are like very similar to Johnny To movies.
Okay.
They're crime movies, but they're just.
Have you got these on Blu-ray or like?
They've got US Blu-rays. There's no UK release of any of his films, but they're on Netflix.
Are they on Netflix? All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I would really recommend Beast Stalker. That film is so dark, but it's brilliant.
Okay.
Yeah, Eric Dante Lam is awesome. Yeah. He is.
Okay. Well, I have so many things I have to add to my list now. It's getting wild. So, what have you guys in the chat? What have you been watching? What's like been like one of your favorite like movies during lockdown recently? I'm always fascinated to know. Cold Curse Films' first episode was about The Exorcist. Ooh, okay. I like a good documentary about The Exorcist.
What have you been watching?
Me, too much.
You've been putting reviews up left, right, and centre.
Yeah, but like only like little ones. I watched Southland Tales for the first time.
I
had such a good time with it. I think it's so weird. I love Donnie Darko. It's one of my favorite like 2000 movies, but so bizarre.
I never saw Southland. I saw
It's on Mubi. Like Richard Kelly did like a tweet along with it. I've watched. What else have I watched? I watched this great like thriller film called Swallow. There's a review on my channel if you're interested in that. That's on Prime right now.
I watched your review. Yeah,
that one was really good. I watched a new film called Never Rarely Sometimes Always. It's a film about about abortion. It's a new film from a director called Eliza Hittman. Her last film was called Beach Rats, which is one of my favorite films of the last like few years. But like that one was really good also. Thank God for BPM. I watched Battle of Algiers, which is a French film, which is one of Lynn Ramsey's favorite movies. It's all shot in like newsreel style.
Yeah. There's a criterion of it.
Yeah, it's like 2 hours long, but it's so it's horrifying, but at the same time it's a really good balance of like both sides of like this war. I've actually started watching more Orson Welles films as well. I watched Chimes of Midnight. I watched Lady from Shanghai. Started watching John Cassavetes films. Like I watched Shadows. I watched Killing of a Chinese Bookie so far. What else have I watched? Oh, I watched. Have you heard of a documentary called Crumb?
About the illustrator? Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. Like, sorry for the swearing again, but I've never been so repulsed by somebody in my life. But I really love that movie. Like, so good. It was really interesting. But yeah, I'm just going through a lot. Like, I've got a hankering to rewatch Hitchcock's Rebecca at the moment because Ben Wheatley's version of Rebecca is coming out this year on Netflix. But honestly, man, like I'm just going through it. I'm just doing like maybe 2 movies a day, and then just finding time to do other things in between. But it seems to be like I'm trying to build like some kind of what do you call it, like structure to your day.
Yeah.
But like because like I said, I just hate Terry Zwigoff. Exactly, Roman. That guy is crazy. Like Ghost World, who Terry Zwigoff made Ghost World and Crumb. Ghost World is one of my favorite like 2000 movies as well. That's got Scarlett Johansson in it and the girl from Hocus Pocus, but I forgot her name, and Steve Buscemi. It's so good. But that one's on BFI Player as well actually. But oh my god, we've seen Divine Fury, Color Out of Space. Color Out of Space is really out there. I watched that Richard Stanley documentary. Do you know who Richard Stanley is? He was meant to make the Island Dr. Moreau, and then with Marlon Brando and Val Kilmer, and then he got like fired during the process. Yeah. The documentary about it is absolutely wild. Carl's also watched System Crasher, very good German film. I thought very impressed by that one. Bait. Have you seen Bait yet?
Bait, the Cornish film.
Yeah. Oh
no, I've not seen it yet.
Very impressive filmmaking, man.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
Yeah. Bad Santa, Roman. Sorry. Yeah, Bad Santa's another classic Zwigoff film. Dimitri, you've watched, I can't even say that one, but Symbio, Psycho, Taxiplasm, Take One, revelatory experience for me. Okay. I still need to watch that one. That's been on my list for a while as well. Like, I can imagine like everybody on this chat has the same problem. Like, you have like lists of movies you just want to watch, but there's just no time. Rest watching Kinetta. Kinetta is a decent Yorgos Lanthimos film. But I wasn't overly sold on it. I think Alps is a better early Yorgos Lanthimos movie. But was Bait made by a lecturer from Falmouth Uni? I don't know if Mark Jenkins is a lecturer in Falmouth Uni, but I know Mark Kermode knows him, so maybe he's also a lecturer. Tiger King has me into documentary mode. Been watching Jodorowsky's Dune, which is, have you seen the Jodorowsky Dune?
I've not seen it, but
wow.
I've read about it so much because when I was in college, I was really into his movies.
Yeah.
I mean, El Topo and all those films. I mean, I watched them all the time because I was so mad. And
that documentary really just shows how passionate he is about cinema, though. It's crazy how much detail went into not making that his version of Dune.
Yeah.
It's his passion for cinema is addictive, man. I think he's I could listen to him talk all day. But I think it's a shame that he never got to make it.
I
think Salvador Dali and Orson Welles in one movie would have been absolutely wild.
And you've got Geiger doing
Geiger, because like the Geiger designs are crazy, and then you've got was it Mick Jagger? I think was meant to be in it as well. Like,
was he going to play like Sting's role?
I think so. I can't even remember now because his son was going to play the lead because his son like is in quite a few of his movies. But absolutely wild. And obviously, I'm really intrigued to hear what the Denis Villeneuve film is going to be like because his version of Dune comes out Christmas.
Is that still going to come out?
Well, at the moment, that's the thing. It's just like the whole idea of like this film schedule right now is just all over the shop. Like, I get emails from like different distributors like every day saying this is changing, and you're just like you just don't really know what's going to happen. Like, I know, like the thing is like the best way that you can like analyze it is through the bigger films. Like obviously, if Black Widow is coming out in November, or is it early October, early November?
Is that going to come to the theaters, or is that going straight?
No, it's going straight to the theater. It's going to the theater. Like I heard the Disney Plus rumors, like most people, but it's not happening. The only one that Disney Plus had put on Plus is Artemis Fowl. I think that's the only one that's going straight on demand. And I don't think they had that much faith in it. And I think Kenneth Branagh actually made it. Yeah. So. But I think Dune is still slated for December at the moment. But I think this is the only time I would say is the best time for like indie films, foreign language films to come out because everybody is indoors and people want more new content to watch. Like Curzon are doing a good job with it right now.
They are doing an amazing job. I keep getting emails from them like to watch brand new movies that like on their stream service.
Yeah, because like the Correda film, The Truth, was on their La Verite, which it was okay. I wasn't overly in love with the film, but I think having Catherine Deneuve and Juliette Binoche, Ethan Hawke in the Correda film was pretty cool.
I really want to see it. Like, I've seen.
It's worth watching it. Yeah, it's worth watching though. I wouldn't stop anybody from seeing it, but I think everybody's perspective of it is going to be different. But it's interesting how he goes for the French approach with like very philosophical dialogue and everything, but it still feels like a creative film. So in a way, I'm actually quite happy that that's the way it's worked out. But yeah, not one of my favorite films I've seen this year so far. But definitely, at least it's there and it's available. Yeah. But definitely worth a go, man. I wouldn't stop you from seeing it. But I think like definitely with Curzon, they're doing really good. But it's just like some of the films, I'm a bit surprised that they're not come out yet. I think some more studios will start putting more content out eventually because they're like, well, we've got so many films sitting on the bench now. Like Sony went really extreme because they pushed Ghostbusters, Morbius, like all of their big slate movies to like next March now. So
oh my word.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's the problem with the backlog, and especially for me now with festival season coming up. Obviously, we know that Cannes not happening for a while, if it's going to happen at all. And then like Venice Film Festival, which is one I go every year to. I've been the last 2 years, and I'm planning on going again. I don't really know if it's going to happen considering the whole situation with Italy right now. But it's pretty crazy. Like, that's the thing. Like all these big films from like big auteur directors may not see the light of day for another year now. Like there's like a Paul Verhoeven film. There's like a Paul Verhoeven film that I've been waiting to see for a while. But obviously, cinema isn't important right now compared to what is going on. That's the thing, you know. I think my mum's there on this chat, but my mum works for the NHS, and everything that they've been doing for us is like mental.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, QN and everybody. But it's it's very stressful for them being there. But that's I know it sounds a bit tacky, but it needs to be said. Everything else can wait right now. So yeah. Does anybody else have any more questions in the chat?
Your mum is still watching and rather outraged with your profanity. I've tried to tell him I've tried to tell him.
It's kind of her fault because she's like inspired me to swear all my life. So, is it worth owning First Love and Oasis? I would definitely say Oasis is worth owning if you can get a Blu-ray of it.
Yeah, First Love. First Love has got a lot of rewatch in it.
Yeah.
I mean, I was looking to maybe get the Japanese edition and do a disc swap on it because I know they're going to go to town on it.
Yeah, but there's no extras on the UK one, so there's the only reason I bought it. Well, not the only reason. I really like the film, but I bought it because I saw that like green case. Was the yellow? The yellow? I can't remember. Anyway, but I was like, okay, I'll buy it then. But it's always the same. Huss, that guy on Facebook yesterday, was on one yesterday. Facebook can be toxic at times. Yes.
Did you hear about this?
No. Why is it?
Oh, this is something that's been agitating me, and do you know, it's a build up for me because I'm working from home at the moment. I've moved my
your office.
My office have brought my computer home for me.
Yeah,
because I work in advertising. Everything is like, you know, hush hush. So I've moved it by my window, and I look out the window when I'm working, and I see the street. I live opposite a park, and it is packed.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
And it's just the longer people are outside, you know, the longer this is going on for. And then this guy is going on. Look, Luke's come on, and he's gonna probably, you know, I've not been talking about this all day. This whole discussion. This is just the topic's just come up. But this guy has been going on. He does his out and about buying Blu-rays, and he's going out buying Blu-rays. But he's saying I'm going out, I'm buying essentials, and then I'm going looking at Blu-rays. In my opinion, go buy your essentials and just go home.
Yeah.
You know, don't mess around looking at Blu-rays and trying to like do your YouTube channel. Just for you know, if it was me, just you know, go home and talk about what you've been watching. But I know these guys, they get a lot of stuff for free.
Yeah.
So they show it in the stores, get it sent to them for free.
Yeah.
This is what I got. This isn't this. I've not seen it, but this comes out today. Put it on sale on eBay tomorrow. But it's just like, you know,
it's always the problem though, isn't it? It's like I don't even understand Blu-ray hunts. I don't get them. Like, why do you want to like secretly move the camera around and like say this is out today? And it's like I don't really care about half the titles that they get in Sainsbury's or Asda. You know, it's all the same stuff. Do
you know, if you do more obscure stuff, that's fine. You know, you could go to FOP and just get like random DVDs and Blu-rays from like Third Window no one knows about. But if you're going to start showing me Star Wars and telling me Star Wars come out today, I mean,
Star Wars is out next week, so you'll see how many people actually do it in the UK. Yeah,
I don't think. Do you know what I'm saying? I think people in UK have got a different approach. He said it, not me. He said it, not me.
Oh God!
I think American people have got great common sense.
Yes,
he said it. But
hey,
no,
I know American people, like, but
I think, you know,
I know who you're talking about now. But anyway, I'll leave that out.
But I think, you know, this is the whole thing we're doing this. We're being responsible. What you know, this is what we've been watching, and we've been on lockdown. Like, you know, I've got a massive list here of films I've been watching, and you know, there's so much stuff you can go see. Eric from Asian Movie Enthusiast, he done a list of films you could watch, like Asian movies.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't have to go out to get Blu-rays. I mean, whilst Amazon, you can order from Amazon. I know it's not 100% great. You know, there's people, you know, being treated not great from Amazon, but you know that you can also order from Korea, smaller organisations like Plain Archive or Nova Media, and it might take a bit longer.
Yeah, I'm surprised Plain Archive is still sending to the UK actually.
Yeah, few countries that they've stopped.
Got that email yeah. I got that email saying that they're still sending stuff over, and I was like, oh, okay, fair enough. But because I bought a couple of Blu-rays from America, but I bought them off Wow HD. Wow, they are the most uncommunicative company I've ever dealt with in my life. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem. My sister is asking, favorite nostalgic film?
Do you know what I watched the other day with my daughter? And it brought me close to tears because it reminded me when I was her age, of 5 years old.
Yeah.
Was Laputa, Flying Island.
Really?
Just the theme tune alone reminded me of when I was a kid. And it was the first Studio Ghibli film I saw. And it just made me think of, like, you know.
That's amazing.
Yeah, like, just living in, like, my old house. And that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, it's like I've got quite a few because I connect films with people, but like Beetlejuice is one of them that like reminds me of like when I was younger. We used to get this guy that delivered VHSs in a car, so you'd rent the VHSs from his boot. Yeah, and then I remember Beetlejuice being one of them, and I used to watch it with my sister and my mum quite frequently. Like Toy Story brings me to tears every time I hear the song. It just takes me back to like with my grandma and stuff. Jurassic Park was the first film I ever saw in the cinema. That's another one that always comes back to me all the time. And Muppet Christmas Carol, like every time like one of the songs come up, I cry most of the time. It's always the same.
Is that the one with Michael Caine?
Yeah, the Michael Caine one. Yeah. But yeah, I've got like a couple. But yeah. What movie would you recommend most from foreign cinema that are more underrated, even though in the US pretty much all foreign cinema is all underrated in the US? God. You can go first.
Underrated foreign movie. And that's underrated in outside?
Outside the US, yeah. But also, Marvel Fan 45 is also saying that even though in the US, pretty much all foreign cinema is all underrated in the US.
That's pretty much. Like, you saw the reaction to Parasite.
Well, exactly. But for me, if you're asking me, Marvel Fan 45, I would say that Leos Carax's Holy Motors is one of the most underrated foreign language cinema films ever. And also Claire Denis' Beau Travail, which is one of my favorite films. That's my two.
You've got such your knowledge of foreign cinema is just.
Hey, I'm okay, but if you want knowledge of foreign cinema monologues, honestly, he puts me to shame most days. When I watch his videos, I cry because I don't actually cry, but I'm just like, I have so much respect for like his view on cinema. Honestly, like if anybody in this chat right now, go over there. I'm gonna say that again, but he's one of my favorite YouTubers. Jambo Shango and the Randy Bulls Movie Show.
Hey!
What's up, bro? Oh, hello,
well,
guys.
I've always wanted to do another video with him as well. Get you on it there as well.
Yeah, we should just do a giant Zoom.
Yeah,
that would be hilarious.
Have you heard there's people that are hacking into those and just showing pornography?
That doesn't shock me whatsoever. Favorite Ghibli film? My Neighbor the Yamadas is my favorite Ghibli film. I just think it's hilarious. Yeah. We used to have this noodle store in the town I live in. It burnt down before Christmas, but I watched so many Ghibli films while eating ramen noodles there, and My Neighbor the Yamadas is the one that always like stuck the most with me. Yeah. So that's my personal favorite, along with Porco Rosso.
Porco Rosso's great.
Even though The Guardian said it's the worst.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
The Guardian said that's the worst.
Yeah, so that it tells you enough. Yeah.
Mine is probably Howl's Moving Castle.
Oh yeah, Howl's
I love.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. I find it difficult to say bad things about Ghibli films in general. I find it difficult, but there's always something good.
Yeah, it's like one of those things though. But your mood changes. Like I don't know because it's not an official Ghibli film, but Ghibli film. I would go for Lupin the Third, the Miyazaki's Lupin the Third.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there's so many of them. I mean, I've got loads of them.
Have you ever watched that Miyazaki documentary that came out a couple of years ago?
No. I know there's one being shown on NHK.
Yeah, maybe it's that, but it's really good. It's just worth a watch. It's just interesting to see like Miyazaki's like point of view on things. Like
he was releasing one.
Even
he was going to release one.
Was he? Oh yeah, he was. Yeah,
but that was going to be released with like coinciding with the Olympics.
Yeah,
and now the Olympics has been cancelled. You know.
What else we got? Is Jackie Chan's Thunderbolt underrated or just okay?
Okay.
Okay.
But you know, movies are subjective. True. You know, there's people that hate City. I hated City Hunter for ages, and then I saw it recently with the Eureka release because I had a YouTube video when I got the Nova Media release of it, which was it was a sort of like an upscale, and I hated it. And then the Eureka release of it came. I think it was Eureka. Yeah, and was it Eureka or 88 Films? I think it was Eureka. And I sort of like thought, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But, you know, movies are subjective. Doesn't, you know, it depends on how you feel on the day.
Exactly. Yeah. Dimitri's asking, Hus, have you had any problems with import fees when ordering Blu-rays from South Korea, Hong Kong?
Dimitri, I'm going to message you on Twitter about that.
I've asked you this question before. It was very long-winded.
Yeah, I'll message you on Twitter.
Yeah,
but there's ways around it. Let's just say that. For those in the UK, and I know people in Norway get stuffed hard.
Oh yeah. I love buying films from like Scandinavia though, because like they get so many good Blu-ray releases.
Yeah.
Like some films that don't even get like a Blu-ray or DVD in the UK, you can get them from like Scandinavia, and they sell them on Amazon so easily. It's crazy. Alex is asking, either of you like Brotherhood of the Wolf, gem of a film?
Brotherhood of the Wolf.
I've not
seen it personally. I've not seen it. No.
Okay, that is another one on my list.
I was just thinking about Brotherhood of the Blade. I thought, no, that's a Hong Kong film.
Razor Wire says Yamada's is one of the only Ghibli films I haven't seen. Highly recommend it. Go do it. So my mom knows what Pocahontas is sublime. Yes, exactly, it is. Matt says Arietti was always playing when I went to the same noodle place. I thought they only had one film. Okay, that's true. Pocahontas number one. Is Zebra Man any good? Never seen Zebra Man either. What else have we got? Razor says Miyazaki's goal was to finish his film with the Olympics, but Suzuki said he's working slower than
yeah, I heard
only
that.
About 20%. And he has a very slow process, though.
Yeah, he was slow before. Apparently, he's slower.
You'll see it in the documentary because, like, in the documentary, they show that short film he made of the caterpillar. He was meant to make that. You can only see it in the Ghibli Museum when you go to Japan, and he just hated the idea of using computers to make animation. He was just like. He goes on like this massive like rant about it. It's absolutely crazy.
That's fine, you know. I've got no, you know, that traditional way of making animated movies is like, Japan's the only ones that are still doing it like properly.
Yeah. What else we got? You get them from a Mark Lower than the actual price. Don't get the Max as gift when you burn. By that before. Oh, okay. I'm assuming that's about tax. Favorite Miko Haneke film? Oh my god, I've got 2: Caching and Funny People, Funny Games, but the Naomi Watts version. I prefer that version. Those are my 2 favorite.
I've seen that. I've seen. Yeah,
I love that film. I saw it before I saw the Austrian version, but I still prefer the American version. There's something about Naomi Watts with fucked up directors. Sorry again, but when she works with David Lynch. And then obviously make a Haneke, it's kind of like magical for me.
What's the problem with modern Hong Kong cinema compared to the golden age of the 80s? Do you know, I went to it was at the BAFTA, and it was a chat with Tony Ching, who directed He took over Swordsman from King Hu. He also directed the Chinese ghost stories, and he's a stunt choreographer and fight choreographer for Hero. So he's like really big. He's from the heyday of Hong Kong cinema, and he said it's just mass production, and everyone's just smashing films out. But all the great Hong Kong directors are now working in China, like in mainland China, producing, where they're getting loads of money to produce great movies at the moment.
That's where it's at. Like, the thing is finally coming out on Blu-ray in the UK on Monday. Long Day's Journey and Tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that coming with the 3D version?
Maybe. I will check for you now. I have pre-ordered it.
I don't even have a 3D TV. Why am I even
neither do I.
asking?
It's actually they've actually put it on Criterion Channel as well. But the Blu-ray, I know the American one doesn't have the 3D. No, it doesn't have the 3D on it. It's a shame.
Great movie.
But yeah, I still remember. I remember when I went to see that. I was in London Film Festival,
and you told me about it, and
yes,
you said, "Have you seen it?" I go, "No, but I really want to see it because of the 3D."
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I remember everybody was going to see The Favourite that day in the press screenings, and then I went to watch Long Day's Journey Tonight because I'd seen it in Venice, and then literally I was just like, "Oh my god, this film is fantastic!" And then obviously I'd seen Kelly Blues before that, and I'm whisked away with Dion. I think he's a fantastic director, and I think he's only just turned 30 as well, which is
so really
such a young career, and he's made 2 like fantastic films.
Bong Joon-ho put him as like one of the directors to watch,
definitely.
But you know, he needs to bring out more films. I mean,
that's the thing. It's like what was that, 2018, and he came out. Yeah, I think 2000 was it Cannes in 2018 or what? I can't remember. Yeah, I think so.
It was 2018.
Long Day's Journey Tonight, yeah. And then
that's the day when we went to have cake.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hus takes you to the best cake shops in Soho.
I take you to the best cake shops.
Yes, he does. I would recommend going for cake with Hus anytime. I remember the last time I was down there, I actually went to that shop to buy some to bring back home to my girlfriend. Had to take them on like a 3.5-hour train journey, but they survived, luckily. So it was fine.
Yeah.
But what else have we got? Naomi is so cool. Can't believe she worked with Lynch Haneke and then did King Kong. That to me was so wonderful. I personally hate Peter Jackson's King Kong. But
I've only seen a bit of it.
If you rewatch it now,
good actors in it, but it's just
Oh, Alex Trinder has pre-ordered Long Day's Journey Tonight. Yes, welcome to
nice one, man.
Welcome to the Gang Club. Oh, Dimitri says that the Kino Lorber release in the US does have the 3D version.
Need to go get a 3D TV, but I don't think they sell them anymore.
Yeah, I don't think they do, mate. I think anytime I see Long Day's Journey Tonight being offered in the cinema, though, I definitely would take up that offer anytime now. It's a fantastic cinema experience. Like that long take at the end is insane. Like to choreograph something like that at the tender age of like 25, 26 is crazy. Like what a director. I cannot wait. Johnny is asking, if all the great Hong Kong directors have gone to China, and why do those movies also disappoint?
I don't know. Chinese cinema has actually been amazing the last few years. I mean, has anyone seen Mad World? That film was one of the best films of the last decade, with Eric Tsang in it, and
I've not seen it.
Oh, it's brilliant! It's about a guy who picks up his son who's been institutionalized. He's got bipolar, and severe. I don't know. He did something. I think he tried to take his own life, and it's just the whole taking care of him. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's such a beautiful film, and the best performance I've seen of Eric Tsang. I don't know. Do you know Eric Tsang? Have you seen Infernal Affairs?
Nope. Oh, Andre's seen Mad World. He says it's so good.
It's so good. I mean, Chinese. Even like we were just saying, Long Day's Journey into Night, another Chinese film, which just been Amazing. Have you seen Elephant Sitting Still?
Oh my god, yeah! Wow,
How
that shredded me into millions of pieces. I actually wrote a review on that one for Movie Marker, the website I write for.
So sad.
It was crazy. Oh my god, I know it's mental, but I think it's fascinating to see like how like that film is really gonna keep him up there with one of the most like intriguing directors with one film. It's crazy.
Just one film, yeah.
Johnny says, if anyone hasn't seen them and want to watch a so bad it's good movie for laughs, I recommend Miami Connection, Samurai Cop. Samurai Cop is great. No Retreat, No Surrender. All can be found on YouTube.
Of course they can be. Yeah, those. He has to pick the exceptions of what I was trying to say. But yeah. Nice one, Johnny.
Samurai
trying to make me look like an idiot.
When I talk about movies, sometimes I feel so stupid sometimes because you're just like, oh yeah, maybe I haven't heard this guy before, but yeah. Roman says, oh man, cake sounded amazing. Come to London. You're in Paris now, man. Come over to London after all this is done. We will do a meetup. When the confinement is over, I'm definitely going to get some dorayaki. Yes, I will be also too. Miami Connection has a motorcycle riding ninja looking for cocaine from the 80s. Oh my god. That's just sold me already. That's cinema right there. Absolute cinema. Alex says, Dion, how could you? Internal Affairs 1 and 2 especially are incredible films. I will rectify this by the next
Internal Affairs got remade into The Departed.
Yes, I knew that, but I had not seen it.
And it's got like 4 of the biggest actors. Like you got Anthony Wong, Eric Sang, Andy Lau, Tony Leung. Like Tony
Leung, that's all you need to know, really, isn't it?
He's in doing Marvel films now.
Oh, he's in that
Shang-Chi
or whatever it's called.
But have you ever heard him speak English?
No.
He's more well spoken than I am.
He's a classy guy, man.
Same as Maggie Cheung.
Yeah,
they could have done that film in English.
When I went to Hong Kong, they've got this like Walk of Fame thing, and they've got handprints. I've actually got pictures of me in Maggie Cheung's handprints and Tony Leung's and Wong Kar-wai's because I'm that sad.
Amazing. No, there's nothing sad about it. He's amazing. Yeah. They're amazing.
Razor Wire says the runtime of Elephant puts me off. If only I had some spare time, eh? Well, you got some spare time now, my friend.
Yeah,
it's definitely worth a watch. I don't think I'd ever go back and revisit it because I don't think I could mentally prepare myself for that, considering what I know what happens.
Yeah, it's so deep.
But it's definitely. Oh god, I hate. Oh, okay. For you both, 5 desert island films for the rest of time. Okay. Right. Okay, off the cuff. All right. So David Fincher's Zodiac, Claire Denis Beautreval.
Zodiac.
Yeah, Zodiac is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah, I love it. I love
Zodiac. I then would put all of Twin Peaks season 1, 2, and 3 because it's all cinema and it's my rules.
Do you know? I love Twin Peaks, and do you know I revisited it recently.
Yeah.
I just because I got my wife into it, and she. Really?
Twin Peaks is one of my favorite shows, like ever. But yeah, I consider it to be cinema, so it counts. Okay.
So does Luke.
And then I would say, what have I put now? Zodiac, Twin Peaks. I would put Jaws on it because I love rewatching Jaws. I could rewatch Jaws.
Spielberg's best movie, in my opinion.
Yeah. Claire Denis Beautreval would be another one, and then the last one for now. I would say Hammy Crin's Spring Breakers. That's one.
I've not seen it.
That's my favorite film of the last 10 years.
If you put it in perspective, it's Selena Gomez and.
Dude, it's just like I think it's one of the most it perfectly epitomizes how the last 10 years have gone with youth culture and how making fast money is everything. And I think it's one of those films like that is going to stick with me for the rest of my life. I love Hammy Corinne anyway, But Spring Breakers is like, yeah. Okay, now you're 5.
36 Chambers of Shaolin.
Yeah.
Because for me, it's just amazing. It would have to be Memories of Murder.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Okay, I regret that one. But I've got Zodiac, so they're kind of,
Yeah. I would also put... do you know, it's so hard. It is so hard. I would put Sonantine, the Takashi Kitano. That's getting a UK release, everyone.
Is it?
Yeah. BFI.
Good old BFI. I know Funeral Parade of Roses is coming out on Blu-ray in the UK as well.
They're releasing Violent Cop, Sonantine. I think they're releasing Sonantine. I think Sonantine is 3 movies by Takashi Kitano, and Hard Boiled. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, but it'd be John Woo's Hard Boiled. There's a fight scene in it which I think is the greatest fight scene of all time. That's just that scene. So that's 3 movies so far. Memories, 36 Chambers, Hard Boiled, A Better Tomorrow 2.
Okay.
Another John Woo film. Have you seen it?
I have not, but I will add this to my list.
Yeah, and I would also put Still Walking.
Still Walking. Oof, beautiful. I hope that those are good responses for you, Johnny, but mine's changed already. Love Kenny Blues, Long Day's Journey Tonight. Thank you, Carl. Razor Wire says, I'm going to attempt to watch The Return in one go in the next few weeks. Alex Trinder says, have either of you bought the new box set Twin Peaks? Is it worth the upgrade over the original release? I'm staying away from buying the big box set because I'm just like, I've got the special editions of the season 1 and 2, the one with Laura Palmer, and then I've got the season 3 with the 3 Agent Coopers on it, so I'm pretty happy with that. And plus the extras, I think are just the same. There might be a couple of extras on it, but and also I don't really want to buy any more copies of Twin Peaks because I'm happy with the copies I have. And I think even if they went up to 4K, I don't think it'd be worth buying it 4K because I feel like it would just butcher like the first 2 seasons the way it's shot. In my humble opinion. Razor Wires then says, Spring Breakers is like, I can't tell if it's a car crash or a masterpiece. Mental film, everyone should give it a go. I think it's a masterpiece.
Yeah, maybe I should.
That's my simple thing. Alex Trinder, A Bittersweet Life. See, what else you got fun?
I like Bittersweet Life.
Going through, guys, I am late.
Peer, my friend from Norway. Great.
Oh, hello. Jumbo Chango's waving. The Kitano collection is out in June. Gummo was up there too. Gummo was a very good Hami Karen film. I don't really think there is a bad Hami Karen film in my opinion, but that's just my... Has anybody ever seen Trash Humpers? Trash Humpers is bizarre. It's like literally... Yeah, it's a film by Hamdi Karin. So like he filmed it all on like VHS tapes, and then he was going to like release them through charity shops. So not sell them, but he then would lose the rights to the film. But literally, it's like 3 people, him, his wife, and I can't remember who the third person is, but they just dress up like old people and just do very fucked up things. It's really bizarre. It's like they're like a found footage kind of movie. It's like that, but literally, as Dimitri's saying, it's just wild. It's only like 70 minutes long as well, so... Johnny, I really enjoyed The Samurai from 1967. Great French cinema phase. Oh yeah, The Samurai is very good. I mean, like I'm watching like a couple of I'm actually watching Eric Romer and Bresson at the moment. I'm watching like a couple of their movies because I've kind of avoided a lot of the masters of the new wave, as you say. But French cinema is like one of my favorite.
Yeah, Le Samurai is just. Do you know Le Samurai is just is like the first step in this evolution of what Asian cinema has become. Because John Woo's like influence of it, and from there you also influence other directors like Tarantino, and you know, and that's gone on to do films like John Wick now, which has gone back to the samurai as well, because in the one of the clubs called the Red Circle, which is you know,
exactly,
a little thing to Melville.
Yeah. What else have we got? Alex Trinder watched the film in uni, never again. I'm assuming he's talking about Trash Rumpers. Cal Hobday, couldn't get into Trash Rumpers, tried 3 times now. My wife walked in with our children. Oh my God. Yeah, I can imagine that's quite funny. Going through, Dion, I hope you get to see more South Korean movies. Which ones have you seen, and which genre do you prefer of South Korean movies? Oh my God. I've seen quite a few South Korean films, but like, as hosts would know, I've seen most of like the big stuff. That, you know, like obviously Bong Joon-ho, Park Chan-wook. I've seen Hong Sang-soo. What else have I seen? I've seen Lee Chang-dong. Yeah, so I've seen like most of the big titles. It's just like delving a bit more into their like filmographies. I've actually got that Flesh and Blood set from Korea, the BFI one, which I need to crack open when I do. When it comes to genre in South Korean film, that's the joy of South Korean cinema, is that they blend so many genres into one. I think that's always fascinating, especially like obviously Bong Joon-ho does it the best out of the lot. Well, from what I've seen, but the way that you can blend like sci-fi into like environmental like topics, like in Okja, which is not technically South Korean, but
have you seen Barking Dogs Never Bite?
I think that's actually quite good.
I think it's really good.
Yeah,
I think some, you know, because I guess it's because not a lot of people have seen it. And...
No, you've got the blue for that, right?
Yeah, I have.
What else have we got? Alex says Edgar Wright's episode on Life Cinematic was great. I love the hard boiled one. Take part. Oh yeah, I've actually watched that Edgar Wright thing, but I kind of got a bit bored. I don't know, because if you watch him like talk a lot, he says the same stuff about films all the time. Like Eyes Without Faces, like one of his favorite films, but he talks about it all the time, so I get a bit bored of him talking now.
Yeah, every interview I've heard of his, when they talk about films, he always brings it up.
Yeah, it's like, but the thing is, like, even when you're in festival circuits, like you hear the directors and the actors, they say the same stuff over and over again. It just gets a bit boring. So you don't even get like good answers at times, often. But I guess that's the thing. They're just so driven into trying to promote a film, they just don't try to move away from it. But,
it's like Tarantino talking about like The Killer.
Yeah,
and a bit.
Yeah,
he never talks about City on Fire. It's because Reservoir Dogs is pretty much like a remake, even like from
But that's the thing. Like most Tarantino films is like it's just they are rip-offs, but he makes them to his own, which is understandable. Like, because like one thing I didn't notice before was in Battle of Algiers, it has the same Ennio Morricone score as the Inglourious Bastards. When all the bastards are like turning up, he's like dun 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 dun. I'm like, oh, okay, but obviously that's how cinema works. Like directors rip off most people. Drive and Ryan Gosling, very much influenced by The Samurai, recommended the North Korean Extreme Job for a great example of modern Korean film, simple but great. Extreme Job for you, Hus, recommend?
It's a lot of fun. I got the Blu-ray of it. I mean, I know it was showing at the London Film Festival.
Wasn't it?
Okay. No, sorry. London East Asian Film Festival.
Oh, right. It was. Okay. Andre's also asking, have you seen The Spy Gone North?
Spy Gone North. Yeah, I've got the Korean release of that. I really like that. I think that's a good Wang Jung-min. He's really good in that.
There's when you talk about spies going north with Korea, I actually watched a few Korean episodes of this show about people that leave North Korea and then move to the south, and then they like give you their sob stories about how it is living up north. And South Korea loves this show. It's like one of their like most watched. It's really bizarre. But that's all I can recommend on that one.
Yeah.
Johnny, anyone with Netflix? I recommend the Korean miniseries Reply, 1994 and 1988 retro flashback drama of Korean life at the time. One of my I don't know if anybody else has watched K-dramas, but like I watched a really good K-drama on Netflix called Live, I think it was called. It's about a policeman in in Seoul, and it was just like this love story, but at the same time it was just absolutely crazy. I would recommend that show to anybody if you want to watch any K-dramas. Na Hong Jin blends genres beautifully. The Whaler is the most well-known, but The Chaser and The Yellow Sea are fantastic.
They are brilliant. I love The Yellow Sea. I think The Yellow Sea is his best movie. I know a lot of people say The Chaser, but The Wailing, everyone's seen The Wailing. Everyone, that was the film that of his that probably everyone in the West has seen.
Okay, what else have we got? Hus, have you seen a film called Moss? Not sure where it's from. Remember liking it, but can't find the blue.
Korean. I don't think it has got a blue. Yeah, but
well, Tim says Moss is a Korean film.
Yeah.
Alex, Jim, thank you both. You have inspired me a lot. A few films noted to watch over the next weeks. Fantastic. That's the whole point of this. Creepy stuff based on a manga. Going through is asking Hus, which are your non-Asian favorite films? Top 5. Some of mine, from the top of my head right now: Shawshank, American History X, Back to the Future, first one.
Do you know? I would go for Once Upon a Time in the West. I would also put Carlito's Way. I love Brian De Palma. I think he's such a great director. Really, really tough. This is so tough. Non-Asian. So it could be.
Could be anything. That is
non-Asian. Could be anything that's non-Asian. Lahane.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's a new 4K, right?
Yeah, 30 years.
25.
25.
That's I know, it's crazy. It's like one of those like uni movies that you watch, isn't it? Like I still remember watching Lahane in uni. Like we had an obsession with that, Sin City, and what else was the other one that we were going to say? What the hell is the Eli Roth films called again? Hostel. We were obsessed with Hostel. 3 random movies that we like.
Mike's in that.
He is, yes. Yeah. That's I remember reading that on Amazon Trivia. What else have you got?
Amelie.
Amelie. Okay.
That's such a cliche, isn't it?
It's not, because it's a good French film. It's a good introduction to French cinema, I think, personally. But I remember getting forced to go and watch it in high school. We had to go to the cinema to watch it when it came out because it did quite well during like award season. And then I was like, oh, okay, actually, I like this quite a bit.
And I put Blade Runner as well.
Blade Runner, which version?
Oh God. Do you know? I don't know which versions I see.
I know. There's 3 different versions, but like, I think it's a funny joke asking because I feel like they're all, the same.
Just because of that last scene with Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, basically.
I was in Amsterdam last year.
Yeah.
And this driver who was driving us around was friends with Rutger Hauer. It was just say like,
oh really? That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know, it's crazy.
It's crazy that he's passed away like last year, didn't he?
I completely forgot he passed away till I saw like the in memoriam at the Oscars.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
And they should have done something a bit bigger for him. Like, just his face.
Well, yeah, exactly. And obviously Hobo with a Shotgun.
Yeah.
What a movie. Oh my god. Yeah. He's just been in everything, hasn't he? That's the thing. Like him and Udo Kier. Like Udo Kier, like in every indie. Like he's even in that Baccarat film, and he's just like amazing. But
that's the thing about European actors. They just get typecasted into like.
Yeah, that's true. That is definitely true.
It's like Turkish actors, like they always play gangsters or Russian gangsters. I don't know why they always get Turkish actors to play Russian.
That's amazing. Is The Fortress any good? Read a few mixed reviews. Watched The Great Battle and God of War, and it was next on the war film list. Haha.
Fortress was okay. I was at the English UK's premiere of that. Lee Byung-hun was like sitting literally right behind me. It was all right. I've got it on Blu-ray. I think it's all right. It's pretty like sort of like a good anti. It's like a war's going to happen, but you know they're trying to stop it. It's good. It's a good thing.
Johnny's asking, has The Outlaws 2 with Ma Dong-seok done filming? Do you know?
I don't know. I really don't know. I met the director of the first Outlaws, and that film is just how that didn't get like a big get released in the UK. That film is, and it's a true story.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Have you seen it?
I know. I know of it, just not seen it.
It's all about like literally in one night. This cop played by Ma Dong-seok, Don Lee, he just takes out like a whole gang, and it's the way he slaps people. It's like he doesn't even hit people. He like punches. He just slaps.
Oh God,
it's terrifying.
Okay, I'll add that to my list. I'll take that. Alex, I created a portfolio based on Eli Roth and the Splat Pack torture porn genre. Second year uni, good times. Is this all like on tape or anything? Because I'd love to see that. That sounds crazy. Thoughts on the Raid movies? I love the Raid films. I think they're fantastic. Gareth Edwards, he's got a new show on Sky, right?
I think he directed one episode. But
it's only one episode. All right.
He's one of the runners of it.
I think it's crazy to think like he made those two films. Like
he's from
Wales, yeah. Yeah, he's Welsh, yeah.
I actually put a post up today on Facebook that I put Raid 1 and 2 are the two best action movies of the last decade.
Oh, definitely. I think that.
I don't think from everything the it's just non-stop, and when you know how much effort has gone on for the choreography of those fight scenes, that last fight scene apparently took 10 weeks to prepare.
Crazy, isn't it?
One in the kitchen of the second movie. It's just, you know, and the guys that are involved in that are just, oh man,
it's impressive. That's the thing. Like, I still remember, I went blindly in to see the Raid, and I was like, oh my God, I want to go see that again. And then I remember going to see the second one, and I double featured it with like Source Code, the Duncan Jones film. And I still remember, like, the Raid 2 is they're just such fun films.
Yeah.
Did you see Gareth Evans' horror film Apostle? Yes, I was not a big fan.
I didn't like it that much.
Yeah. Well, okay. Roman has a good point. Fury Road is pretty good with action as well. That's a certain, like, that's definitely top tier action along with the Raid. I think Fury Road is like fantastic. Hus, what is your dream Blu-ray release?
Itchy the Killer.
Is it not on Blu-ray?
In the US, it is. There's all this talk of Arrow having the rights for it, and just you know,
Arrow have most of like Takashi Miike's like big titles, don't they?
Yeah, for me, it's Itchy the Killer for a really like nice release.
Yeah,
it's such a great.
Yeah, well. Ichi the Killer was the first Takashi Miike film I watched.
Really?
Yeah, we used to have a HMV when I was in uni, and I used to just like spend all my loan on my movies, and Ichi the Killer was one of them. I just picked it up and I was like, okay, this sounds like fun, and then I was like, wow, and then I watched Audition.
Have you seen Dead or Alive?
Which one?
Dead or Alive.
I've seen Dead or Alive as well. Yeah.
First 10 minutes of that movie.
I think you reviewed it. That's when I watched it.
Yeah, when the Arrow release came out.
Yeah.
I think more people have to see that. Yeah. That is like classic Miike when he was doing like V Cinema, like straight to video, because that's when, because you know they sort of bypass a lot of like certifications and all that. He just really went to town on those films.
Definitely. What is your favorite long movie? 3+ hours. Mine is Santantango by Beltar. I've got the screener for that from Coazon, and I am going to watch it at some point. It's 7 hours. Is it 7 hours long, Danny? I think. What's your favorite long movie? 3+ hours.
Human Condition.
Human Condition. Okay. You know what?
Or Seven Samurai, but that's a bit of a cliche. But Human Condition.
Do you know what? I'm going to say 10 Commandments is my favorite.
Charlton Heston.
Yeah. How long is 10 Commandments again? I forgot.
That's long, isn't it?
Commandments runtime. It is 3 hours and 40 minutes long. Yeah, I watched it quite a few times with my mum. So yeah, that's probably one of my favorite long movies.
Another good one, Qui-Gon.
It's on my list. Dimitri, what do you guys think of One Cut of the Dead? Well, we know what you think of One Cut of the Dead. Masterpiece. I can't really complain with that. That's like how I love it. I think it's one of them. It's so refreshing. That's the best way to say it.
And it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like, I remember getting an email like about it, and I saw the post and I was like, this looks like utter trash.
Yeah.
Like, literally, sometimes when you get these emails, you just look at them and you're like, okay then. But then I watched it and I was like, okay, I'm impressed by this. But nah, I agree. Only seen Shoplifters and Like Father Like Son from Korea. You mentioned a BFI box set. Is there an Arrow one also? There is. Arrow. It's the Family Values box set. It's got, what has it got? Icy? Is it Icy?
After the Storm.
After the Storm. Yeah, it's got.
Like Father Like Son.
Yeah, Like Father Like Son. Yeah.
Our Little Sister on there.
No, that's Corazon. I'll check it up now. But it actually, you can get a cheaper version of that on Arrow website right now for like 20 quid, is it?
They've got a sale on at the moment.
Yeah, it's got After the Storm, I Wish, and Like Father Like Son.
Wish.
If you go on Arrow though, there's a standard Amaray edition of it that's like I don't want to quote the price now because I don't want to make it wrong. Arrow Video, it's got the Family Value set because that's out of print, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, it's out of print. You can't buy it anywhere now. It's like worth about $8.
It's a standard.
Yeah, so they've made a standard Amaray edition of it, which is out Monday, I think. Yeah, Family Values Korea just said it's £20 and it's out on Monday. And then the Taisho trilogy also is coming out on the 13th. The Suzuki, that's 20 quid also. So little Arrow plug there for you. What else have we got? If you were forced to watch one of these two movies that were clearly made for a Chinese audience, what would you pick? The Meg or The Great Wall? The Meg for me anytime.
The Meg, yeah.
The Great Wall is terrible.
And you know, that's Zhang Yimou.
Yeah.
That's Zhang Yimou. One of the greatest directors in China. Oh my God.
Yeah. These like American Chinese crossovers are just bizarre. Like, was it Skyscraper is another one that they made. I just don't get them. I don't see the point in them. But Graham is here. Hi, Graham. He also hates The Great Wall. Agreed. I think everybody agrees on that one. Yeah, we have it in US. Oh, that's the thing. Human Condition is a masterpiece. Kobayashi is an underrated Japanese cinema. You got the chef kiss. So, Alex Trinder is saying, so get both. Yes, get both. Pre-order £12. You're right, £20. See, we're making good sales for these companies right now,
and we're saving you money. You know.
If anybody buys Blu-rays, if you go on Blu-ray.com, like all the good sales, you can find them on there. Like they'll tell you when prices drop. So Blu-ray.com is like, Dimitri, you prefer The Great Wall. You have problems, my friend.
Can we kick him out?
No, don't do that. He's friends with Putin. I've heard he's friends with Putin, so I wouldn't bother.
Sorry.
He rides a bear every time we meet him in London. I lost my body is a great French animated film. Yes, definitely agree. Fantastic animated film. Was it out at Christmas? Have you seen the I Lost My Body?
No, but
watch
French
it.
animation is like
it's really good.
You know, was Claws a French animation? It might no. It
I don't remember now.
It was got nominated. I think at the BAFTAs.
Yeah, it was nominated in the BAFTAs. Yeah, it was nominated in the Oscars as well, wasn't it? But
French,
was it
French? But
something.
What was the one that playing Arco? Really? Ernest and Celeste.
Oh, that's British, isn't it?
Is that British or French?
Yeah, I think Ernest and Celeste is British, isn't it? Is it the bear one?
Yeah, there's a bear. Bear in a mouth.
Ernest and Celestine, yeah?
Celestine, that's it.
It's English and French, it says here. I don't know. Oh, sorry, it's French-Belgian. My apologies. I got confused with something else. I'm really pissed. I'm really getting wrong with my French information today. What is the situation in the UK in terms of purchasing Blu-rays and VAT? Do you buy in bulk to save money, or can you send one movie and not have to pay taxes? We don't have to deal with taxes. The taxes on it already.
Yeah, in the UK.
So, yeah, we're quite lucky with that. Like, I know in America, it's like a bit of a... Yeah. Dion, I can't remember what films I sold to you on Cult. Oh, that's how I know your name. Haha. Either way, did you enjoy them? What did I buy from you, Alex? I always buy stuff from Cults and Collectors. I don't do that. I don't even know now. Wait a minute. I'm gonna check this. No. It's the joy of having a PC here. Alex.
Danny's question is something we've spoken about.
What is the question?
Thoughts on Terrence Malick?
Some Malicks are good, some Malicks are bad. I am a big fan of Tree of Life. I like Badlands. Hidden Life, his last film, was fantastic, I thought. Song to Song is terrible.
I've not seen King of Cups.
Knight of Cups is terrible.
That's it.
Alex, I don't actually know what I bought off you now. But I have bought 2 or 3 items off you, but I don't remember what I bought. I'm sorry. I buy so much stuff on that site. Are you on Cult Cinema Collectors on Facebook?
Who, me?
Yeah. I bought a few Playing Archives off that.
I've not bought any.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Going through, I mean, when buying Blu-rays from abroad, yeah, we get like taxed. I think it's like I bought a Blu-ray from America from Wow HD. I think I paid about £3 tax. So it wasn't too bad.
If you're buying from Asia, there's ways of getting at it, but not from like China or like Taiwan, but from Korea, there's ways of getting about it. He knows, I think.
Yeah.
Here you know.
Yeah. We've got, Roman, you're a weirdo for liking all your cups. I just can't get into that one. Cinematography in Days of Heaven is top 5 of all time. Yes, definitely. Cinematography in that is fantastic. But
who was the cinematographer on it? Was it?
This is a question out to our audience now.
Oh my god! My wife just asked, what do you think of Crazy Rich Asians?
I had a lot of fun with it.
I thought it was absolutely delightful. I actually did.
I think it was nice because
it was nice. You know.
Yeah. I think the thing for it as well, cinematography, Nestor Almendores and Haskell Wexler.
Yeah.
But I think with Crazy Rich Asians, I thought it was like a really good introduction to the Asian market as well. And it's kind of like made Awkwafina quite a big actress now as well. So that's always good. And obviously with The Farewell, it was a bit of a shame like how that got snubbed during awards season also.
Yeah.
Have you seen The Farewell?
No, not yet.
You have. I think it's on Prime. Watch it. Do it. Oh my god, Dimitri! Song to Song is not good. Oh, anyway, it's fine. Alex, he was replaced by Wexler later on. The crew hated Almendro's technique. Oh god. Terrence Malick is an interesting man. Has anybody ever seen the video of Terrence Malick do line dancing on YouTube, and then he notices the camera? It's fantastic.
He was doing it without the camp.
Yeah, he doesn't like being confronted by like press and stuff. So like he doesn't like any press conference he does, like it's with nobody there, no cameras and stuff. But yeah, he's an interesting character, but his process is also very long. He's just like, he's kind of like Wong Kar-wai in a way, I guess. Just the process takes ages. But
Hong Sang-soo's the same.
Hong Sang-soo's the same, exactly. But yeah, Dion, have you gave Song 3.5 on Letterboxd? This is Malik Slander. Okay, Dimitri, I don't know why I give it 3.5, and also please stop stalking me on Letterboxd because you quote me off my Letterboxd all the time. If anybody's actually on Letterboxd, let me know your profile names and I'll add you on Letterboxd later as well.
I just got back onto Letterboxd, and
yes, have you finally?
The biggest headache is updating what I've seen. Yeah, because when you have to go, how do you go about it?
Yeah,
updating, showing what you've seen.
Yeah, well, I only started I've literally just done it from film to film I watched like since 2014, I think. So that's what I've done. I'm not added stuff I haven't seen. So Nestor Almendo's went blind on Days of Heaven, which is why Haskell Wexler. Okay, now that is the fun fact of the day now, even though somebody did become blind. Thank you very much, Roman, for that. Oh my God. Oh, I used an Excel spreadsheet instead. Interesting. I find that interesting. I don't know if I would have the patience for Excel. I hate Excel in general, but I do like Letterboxd.
How many workbooks have you got, Eric? They're workbooks, aren't they?
Yeah, workbooks. Yeah, I wouldn't even want to know how many Eric has, to be honest. Oh my God, that would be traumatizing.
Eric has, because when he reviews films like old school films as well.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And recently, I think because he did his I think it's his 300th review, and he did like 100 because the way he does it is 100 Chinese, and he did his favorite from like the 3 main Asian countries. I thought that was awesome. I'd love to do that.
Eric is very dedicated to his craft. I can definitely say that.
I love his reviews. I mean, there's not many reviewers I watch on YouTube, but him yourself.
Yeah,
I definitely.
I always like watching Eric's. I find them very inspiring, also. And I'm not saying that just because he's on this chat right now. So.
Subscribe to him if you haven't already.
Yeah, there's plenty of good YouTubers. Like Dimitri is another great YouTuber that you should.
Does he post often? Does he upload?
No, he's starting back next month, aren't you, Dimitri? Wink, if you agree. Graham says, I have a few King Hu movies in the Master Cinema series, Dragon Inn, Legend of the Mountain, and A Touch of Film. What would you recommend starting with and why? This is for you, Hus.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for linking, Dimitri.
I would start with, I don't know if you've got it. I just saw Eric's reply on that. That's crazy. If you've got 88 films, Come Drink With Me, I definitely would start with that because that's when he started with Shaw Brothers. From that, I would go with the whole Inn trilogy, which is Dragon Inn. I need to remember what are the movies in the Inn trilogy. You've got Dragon Inn, Fate of Lee Khan. I think it's Come Drink With Me part of the Inn trilogy. I think it is. But watch them 3 together. Then go to A Touch of Zen, which I think is A Touch of Zen and Come Drink With Me are his 2 best films in my opinion.
You rewatched Touch of Zen recently, right?
You
put a picture of the blue up.
Yeah, because I went. Yeah, well, I did sort of. I went through like a stage of watching King Hu films, but I didn't watch Touch of Zen. But I put that in my thing. But yeah, King Hu is like he's sort of Taiwanese Hong Kong heritage. One of the best. Yeah, Touch of Zen.
Right. So back to Eric. My Excel list is 6,037 right now, but that includes some European stuff too. Wow. Okay, that's gigantic.
Some make sure that he stresses on what some, because I think majority of it is going to be Asian. So.
Eric, do you like categorize them as well into like genres or languages? I'm intrigued now. This is fascinating. I love it. Has there been anyone in China or Hong Kong that has given the new Jackie Chan Burden title?
Burden title?
Yeah. Has there been anyone in China or Hong Kong that's been given the new Jackie Chan Burden title?
Oh, someone who...
Yeah, like... well, not a replacement, but the protege.
I'll tell you who I think is. Let me just see, because from Wandering Earth, because every film he makes now is become like, yeah, Wu Jing. I'll go for Wu Jing probably. But that's hard. I'm only going on that because of the money that his films make. So I keep moving around. Whilst as a martial artist, I think he's great, but it's hard. It's hard. Maybe Donnie Yen's too old. I don't know. In Hong Kong, in China, there's no one at that level just yet. It's the guy from The Raid is probably.
What's his name again? Though?
Iwo.
Where is it? Anybody can name the Iko Uwais? I don't know how to pronounce his name. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Iko Uwais. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's also a Ravager in The Force Awakens.
See how they're picking up? They're just trying to corner the market. Donnie Yen was.
Well, yeah, Donnie Yen was in Rogue One, right? I hate Rogue One.
So was Zhang Wen.
Yes.
That's is it Zhang Wen or Zhang Wu? I always get the two brothers mixed up because one of them was in A Touch of Sin. Zhang Wu is in Touch of Sin. Zhang Wen is a.
You should really release an encyclopedia of Asian cinema. I think you'd do a good one.
I don't know.
You're a walking encyclopedia of Asian cinema.
Too many things get.
You and Eric should do it together.
Yeah. Eric, does Ray still do videos? I never see Ray upload onto YouTube. There was another guy, Asian filmist. He used to do videos as well, and
that name rings a bell.
Yeah, Ray. He was awesome as well.
Yeah. But there's a lot of good YouTubers here. Jumbo Shango, I love their YouTube channel, and they also have the best channel name, I think. I would say. And obviously Graham's there. Mavi Film. Graham was my first subscriber on my channel ever, even before I had any content on it.
Yeah.
I was Dimitri. I was pleasantly surprised by The Night Comes for Us. Another one with Iko Uwais. Okay, that's going on my list also.
That's on Netflix.
It was on Netflix. Okay, that's cool.
Is it, the Mo brothers that directed it? Was it just Timo? Either one or both of them.
Eric says Ray told me he will upload again soon.
Yeah.
Graham says I knew greatness was to come. Yeah, no, there's no greatness to come, my friend. It's fine. Alex Trinder, after all this, I might have to go and watch Transformers in 3D. Why? Huss, what pre-orders have you got there right now?
I've got a few from Korea, some Shaw Brothers titles, which have been released from Nova Media with Stephen Chow. God knows when they're going to come because with everything that's going on. I've got Qui-Gon, Throwdown, and Mountain of Zoo. The the Golden Harvest Sammo Hung movie. Other than that, I haven't got a lot of pre-orders. Oh, and also from Arrow, I've got this Tsukamoto movies. Because anything that comes out on Blu-ray of his, I have to pick up. And what was the box set announced from Arrow? Yeah.
I'm really bad at pre-ordering. I only order like the day after they come out half the time, unless it's like limited. Who else have we got? Andre's asking thoughts on Nuri Bilal Ceylan. I've only ever seen The Wild Pear Tree, which I thought was really good. I actually have the box set of his films. Again, sorry?
Have you seen Witness
Sleep? No, but it's in the box set that I've got. So I will be rectifying this, and we can talk about that another time if that's okay. Favorite Tarkovsky, Stalker. I think Stalker is like quintessential cinema. You can't beat it when it comes to Tarkovsky. I don't think so. My least favorite, if you want to know my least favorite Tarkovsky, is Mirrors. I found Mirrors very boring. But that's just my stance. Eric, I pre-ordered the Tsusokobato set 2.
I've ordered the Third Window set, which is only 2. I think it's 3 movies. It's not the whole set because I've got all the movies, majority of his movies, which were released by Third Window. What Eric is getting is that beautiful set from Arrow, which has been released in the US.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that one now.
Looks amazing.
The joys of region 3, though.
I can't. I haven't got the space to double dip.
Yeah, I stay away from double dipping. The only double dip I've got is Shining. I've got a few different versions of The Shining, but that's it.
Yeah, but that being said, I just, I've got 4 different versions of Old Boy and 3 different versions of Still Walking.
Yeah, that's the problem with collecting, though, isn't it? I think I used to have like hundreds and hundreds of them, but I've got about maybe 300 now. I was actually thinking about making a video of my collection, which I might do. Well, I've got the time, so
it takes too much time. I think
I probably, but the stuff I've got. Oh, it's tidy. I have an office, so like my office is always tidy. So I'm a bit of a neat freak. Who else have we got? Heart of Dragon, Jew Warriors for me. Would you put Police Story 2013 on the same level as Kingdom Crystal Skull territory? Just not needed.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
I have got it.
You do.
Gosh, I've got the Korean release of it, yeah.
Jumbo Shango, Randy Mole's movie show is asking you fave horror movie hosts.
Audition, yeah.
Audition. How about non-Asian? Do it.
Non-Asian. I would go for. It has to be The Shining.
Yeah.
It's a tough one. Or The Exorcist. But they're quite cliche, aren't they? It's quite cliche to say those.
Yeah, I like American Werewolf in London is one of my favorite ones. But like, if you want to talk about obscure, there's this like movie called The Boneyard. I don't know if anybody's ever seen it, but it's got like a mutant poodle in it. It's absolutely freaky as hell. That's a good one. But yeah. Dimitri, Nostalgia is the quintessential Tarkovsky for immigrants. Okay. Eric says, I love collection videos. Okay, I will make one, Eric. I assure you. Alex, I regret not buying the 3 J. Janki set from Arrow. I own that. I think you got the trio set Janki as well. Likely they released a standard version of the set, like Family Values. I would say so now, because I was surprised to even see the Family Values had a standard Amore set. The only thing that you're just missing out is the box and the booklet, really. And then you're getting it for a fraction of the price because, like I said, the Family Value set is about 80 quid now, I think. And the Janke one's about £80 as well. But yeah, I went to a HMV opening day to buy that Janke set.
Did you?
Just in case, because I was like, I don't know. Roman says shelf space with London rents must be yeah. Well, I don't live in London. I live in Wales, but yeah, Hus can definitely confirm that. I know plenty of people that are in the same hole with London and buying stuff.
Because I'm originally from Brighton, which is on the south coast.
Lovely place.
Yeah, and I've had to ship loads of Blu-rays to my parents' house because I've got no space for them. So it's like I remember giving a box of like 200 Blu-rays to my dad, and he was like, "What do you expect me to do?"
Watch him. Yeah. Going through, ask what is your TV Blu-ray sound system that's set up at home?
What have you got?
Mate, I've literally got an LG 42-inch TV and a multi-region Samsung Blu-ray player, and that's it.
I've got a.
I'm very simple.
Yeah.
I'm not a sound freak, but Dimitri is a sound freak. If you want to know, yeah, it scares me. And he likes to sit in the front in the cinema as well. Every time I have to sit in the film with him. Exactly. I still love him though. He's a beautiful man. Anyway, what's your setup?
I've got a 40-inch TV. I've got an AV receiver which I connect to because I've also got like connected to my Apple TV. Sky. I've got a PS4 which I use for Region Bs, and I've got Region 3 Blu-ray player which I use because I can't be bothered to change it to Region A or Region C. I've got it to Region B or Region C, so I just have it locked on Region A.
Okay.
It's an old one, and the reason for that is there's a Korean Blu-ray, some of them by CJ Entertainment, on newer Blu-ray players. They seem to like the first few releases have a few flaws, so I've never bothered to upgrade it, but maybe one day I will.
Yeah.
One Criterion release, Memories of Murder, and
that Criterion release is going to be magical. I think it's going to be a box set, to be honest. The way it sounds like.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you get the, like there's which one have I got? Like the Do the Right Thing like set, like a thicker one with a booklet and stuff. I have a funny feeling that's how the Memories of Murder one's going to be. But
yeah,
I don't think it's going to be like a standard like Amore or anything like that. They're going full out. Hopefully, we'll see. But and also Snowpiercer's out on UK Blu-ray finally.
Is it?
Yeah, Lionsgate are releasing it.
What? Why has it never been released? I thought it had a release.
No, not in the UK. It's never had. No, never. Still not been in the cinema except for BFI.
That's crazy.
I know. It's mental, isn't it? But it's out in a couple of weeks, I think. First time. But I'm going to stick with my German Blu-ray because I'm like, well, the UK's waited this long to get on the Bong Hive. So,
it's crazy, isn't it? How Memories of Murder's never got released.
I know. It's crazy. And the money that DVD was going for, man. Do you remember when I told you it was going up for about £60 after it won the Oscar? That standard Studio Canal DVD for like £3 in FOB a couple of years ago was going for about £60-80. It's crazy. Absolute madness.
I sold my Blu-ray, standard Blu-ray of it, because I've also got the limited edition, which goes $300. But I sold the standard one to one of my subscribers because they messaged me for it, and I said £30. That's how I bought it for. I couldn't.
You're an honourable man for doing that. Then
I hate scalpers.
Yeah,
but not. I'm talking about the guys that buy and then straight away sell.
Yeah.
Don't even open it up. They don't.
Oh God, Alex, I know who exactly you're talking about. £30 for a DVD is mental at CX, but that's how much Memories of Murder was going for.
Yeah, that's how much I bought it for.
Yeah, £30 for the DVD in CX. That's mental.
What? No, I bought it from Korea. £30.
Oh yeah, the Korean Blu-ray. But what I'm saying is that Studio Canal DVD was going for £30 at CX like a couple of weeks ago, or like after the Oscars. That's crazy. So Tim Home is Andre is asking, have you seen the Chinese family drama Li Shumin, The Family? It's a masterpiece. I love it. It's another one that's on my list, Andre. I assure you, I will rectify this again. I apologize.
Yeah.
I'm really bad with this at the moment. Andre's putting me to shame. Hus, do you have a favorite of the 88 films Jackie Chan releases?
Yes, I do. I'm just trying to think. What did they release of Jackie Chan?
Isn't there quite a few now?
There's a few now, but I think they're releasing because Eureka releasing some of his stuff, but I think 88 films are really other than Battle Creek Brawl. They're releasing probably some of his better films, like more unknown films. God, I'm trying to think of it because I know they're releasing Fearless Hyena, I think, which is hello. Oh,
I'm here. I'm fine.
UK.
Yeah, I'm alright.
With this coronavirus.
Can you see me now?
Get scared.
Yeah. So Dimitri's trying to tell me now that he doesn't have a single speaker at home. I know that, but you still moan about speakers in the cinema. When we went to see Uncut Gems, you were a very angry man. Anyway, Graham says, I love Snowpiercer. Snowpiercer is magical. I could watch that all the time. Have you ever read the graphic novel it's based on?
The French one, no.
It's worth a read. You know, I think I bought it after I watched it the first time when I got the Blu-ray from Germany because I was like, I can't wait. And I'm lucky I didn't wait because I'd be still waiting until now to get it. Johnny is asking, have Taza, the Korean gambling hustle movie with lovely Kim Hee-so?
The first film's good. The follow-up films, not so much. I didn't like them, but
yeah. Alex, I remember one of the guys on Facebook bought it from CX for £30. See, crazy. I don't get it. That's like stupid prices for a DVD. But the thing was funny though. What I noticed on eBay, because I love watching trends on eBay. That's how sad my life is at times. But like the minute that Criterion announced the Blu-ray, the DVD value just went down, so you couldn't even sell it for £15. Some people are still buying it for about 15 quid, but like a couple of days before that, you could sell it for big cash.
Yeah, it's like that, isn't it? I mean, everyone's going to want the Criterion. No one's going to want the standard Blu-ray, even the Korean Blu-ray where they can't understand the special features. I mean, but if you've not seen the film, you know, everyone's saying it's his best film. You can't blame people.
Yeah, true. But no, it's I'm always fascinated by it. Like for me, like the Blu-ray that I really want is Beau Travail, the Claire Denis film I told you about earlier. Like that's like there's no Blu-ray of it in any part of the world. So, and the fact that Criterion haven't even released it surprises me quite a bit. But
Tim, I was going to say Snake and Crane of Shaolin, Snake and Crane Arts of Shaolin. My favorite Jackie Chan release from 88 films.
How many are there now anyway? There's quite a few, right?
Yeah, there's a few, and they're still I mean what was it? Dragons Forever got released. I mean Yun Biao I think is a better martial artist than Jackie Chan. But how he never became as big as Jackie Chan is beyond me.
Yeah. Okay, well we're on now. We've been here for 2.5 hours. That's crazy. That is mental. I only expected like an hour.
Yeah, same here.
Anybody else got any more questions?
Dion, Uncut Gems.
Oh, he's just getting angry.
Yeah, I like Uncut Gems. You know, when you sold it to me when you were
when I told you how good it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was magical. It's still my favorite film of last year, anyway. So. It was so good.
Heart of a Dragon got a release. Yeah, I don't. Not too keen on that.
Janus owned the rights to Beau Travail, so we can only hope. Janus owned like so many like rights to movies now. It's crazy. What's the name of that war film that's coming out soon? Like the anti-war film. I can't remember what it's called now. Come and See. Is it called? I can't remember, but that's coming out soon. I saw Yun Biao on the tube when I was in Hong Kong a few years ago.
Yeah,
good. That's a good celebrity spot. Graham, my number 2. Sorry,
did you speak to him, Pierre? I would have spoken to him. I would have said
you would have hugged him.
I would have said, You should have been the one. You should have been the one, not Jackie.
That's amazing. So
should have been you.
Do you? Yeah. So do you fancy maybe doing a watch along maybe then at some point?
Yeah, we need to do.
Should we just do like maybe like a Netflix, something on Netflix, like
something everyone can watch? Yeah, we'll
and then,
talk about it.
Yeah, we'll pick a film and then we'll come back and then just go for it from there. I guess that would be good. I think. In all, this, I'm quite glad there's like you know, a good amount of people here. That's always good.
It's still go on for ages. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Favorite Shaw Brothers.
Shaw Brothers.
What's your favorite? Do you have a Shaw?
Remind me.
They were a massive production. This is like one of the greatest production houses of like in Hong Kong of all time. It was run by like brothers. The head one was like Run Shaw, and his wife took over, and they produced some of the greatest martial arts films of all time. Like Kill Bill is inspired.
Oh yeah.
Like I just got one from 88 films, which is Clan of the White Lotus with Pai Mei in it, and Pai Mei from Kill Bill, who's played by Gordon Liu. Gordon Liu is in that film, but he plays someone else, and Lo Lei plays Pai Mei, and that's just amazing. I mean, but yeah, 36th Chamber of Shaolin is my favorite Shaw Brothers film. It's one of my favorite films of all time. Anyway, yeah.
I just hear there's an island. That's amazing. Going through, no, I recognize him, but forgot who it was. And then when I came to the hotel, I remembered who it was. That happens.
Oh yeah,
I had that. I had that the other day for Christmas. I was at an Eyes Wide Shut conference with my PhD, and Alan Cumming walked right past me, and obviously he's in Eyes Wide Shut as the hotel receptionist in that film. And then I was like, oh shit, I've just missed Alan Cumming. I could have like got a selfie or something with him, but that's always sadness. But he was doing a play with Daniel Radcliffe in the Old Vic.
Oh wow.
Yes, but yeah, so I missed him, but it does happen. Not as frequently. I'm quite good at spotting celebrities sometimes, but yeah, not always. But you see more than I do, probably, being in Soho. So my favourite place to eat in Soho is Herman's a German.
Really? They're like everywhere.
I know, but like it's the first one I ever went was in Soho, and I've not eaten in many places in Soho, so that's my favourite one.
Mine is the little Taiwanese place called Good Friends. They make the best Taiwanese fried chicken.
If I eat meat, I'd come with you.
Oh yeah, you're vegan, aren't you?
I'm not a vegan.
Oh yeah, you're vegetarian.
Well, pescatarian.
I thought you were vegetarian.
I was, but I started eating like fish and stuff a bit more frequently. It's just easier. I don't think I will, but there's plenty of food available in various Asian places that is not meat, so it's all good.
Broccoli.
Do you guys have a favorite horror series? Do you mean like a franchise, Johnny? Because if it's a franchise, Scream is my favorite franchise.
Floyd says, do you still own any of the Hong Kong Legend DVDs, especially the Bay Logan commentary? No, Bay Logan, I think, does some of the best commentaries, and his knowledge of martial arts films is the best there is. I think there's no one that knows Hong Kong cinema like Bay Logan. And his most recent book, the profits were going to Gordon Liu because of what happened. Gordon Liu had a stroke. He lost a lot of his money, and it, paid for his healthcare. I still, Bay Logan is like one of the most knowledgeable guys in martial arts films, definitely.
Have you got a favorite horror franchise?
Mine, Halloween has to be.
Yeah, H2O is my favorite Halloween movie outside the original.
What do you think now when they've done like the Halloween and this new Halloween as being like a proper sequel to it, and they've like wiped the slate clean?
It's a bit weird, but like I think that's what happens in horror. They just like they rehash it so often. Like you're just used to it, because I know there's a new Halloween slated for this Halloween, but I don't know. Yeah, and then obviously because there's a new Saw film as well coming out with Chris Rock that's been delayed. So yeah, there's so many rehashes, because like one of my rewatches over the lockdown is going to be the Saw franchise, because I haven't rewatched all of them in a long time.
Yeah.
So yeah, Alex, do either of you remember Autumn Productions on here? Was a good few years ago. He was a decent guy and a collector. Disappeared off here on Facebook. No, never heard of that.
I remember him, and he came back, and I remember he had this. He's a cool guy. He had this massive rant about Blu-ray YouTubers. And they get everything for free. And yeah. And he was pretty much what a lot of people were saying. But
yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you know, we've had a few private conversations about it before, haven't we? But it's I don't get it. But most of these people buy them, and then they're just on the shelf, or they're on eBay the next day. So
yeah, they get loads of stuff.
Crazy.
Don't even review it.
I get like sometimes I get like free movies, which is good, but like I keep them most of the time. So sometimes I just give them away. Dimitri, have to admit, feels a bit weird to have 3 movies with the same Halloween title on the shelf now. This is a fair point. Favorite film from the French New Wave from Danny. I like Le Mépris a lot. Is it Contempt in English? I like that. That's probably my favorite. Yeah, probably my favorite French New Wave. Have you got a favorite French New Wave films?
French New Wave. So, are we talking about
60s French cinema, like Truffaut, Godard, Bresson?
Actually, what was the Godard film? I think it's Godard film.
Breathless, Pierre Le Fou. Breathless, yeah.
The guy does in the beginning, and he's always like going like this.
Johnny is asking, does your movie room just feel like a video shop when walking into them? I miss the feeling. I don't really have a movie room. I've got 2 sets of shelves. But like I've got like 1 set of shelves of like my boutique titles. And then the other one's just got different things. But like I said, I'll make a video so you can see everything. And then I've got posters everywhere in my office. So yeah, I'll share it eventually.
Yeah.
What else have we got? What movie and cool dude that just read the cover drives me insane. I think that
no comment.
Yeah,
I did my piece on Facebook the other day. I've got a lot of support, but I've also got a lot of headache. One guy saying to me, "I'm going to take your YouTube channel down. Don't you ever say that about him again." I was like, I'm sorry.
That's amazing. We'll swiftly move from that. We were talking about the Raid earlier. Kimchi DVD has an amazing editions of them. I did not know that. Have you got them? Or I've only got the British. I've got the British double back. That's what I got.
I've got the. Do you remember Play.com?
Yeah.
They released a steelbook of each movie, which is just beautiful. So got like Mondo artwork on there. Yeah, they're the ones I picked up, and I think the Kimchi releases were beautiful as they are, but I don't think they compared to those 2 steelbooks. They're just beautiful.
Dimitri, knows your time to push Paris Education. There's a French film I watched this year called Paris Education. It's really good. It's on my channel. I'm not going to bore you with the rest of it for the time being. Has there ever been a DVD or Blu-ray that you regret selling? Mine was yeah, the Perfect Collection. I think the only one I regret selling was the Arrow Videodrome box set, because I love Cronenberg and I sold it. And every time I see it on Cult Collectors, I want to rebuy it, but I haven't rebought it yet.
Do you know, I once sold Once Upon a Time in China box set. And I regretted it so much that I just rebought it.
Did you?
Double the price.
Fair enough.
But, like, I had to. It was like the original films. Yeah.
Eric is asking, what is the worst insult you've had on YouTube? The not the worst, but the funniest one that I've had is get a haircut. I think that's the one that made me laugh the most. Yeah, I haven't really had a lot of bad things said to me yet. But yeah, just get a haircut was quite funny.
I had one on Facebook.
Did you? Facebook is just
my channel.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
I think that's the good thing about it.
I'll probably get it was pretty bad.
Graham says, I made a decision to make sure that if bought a disc this year, I must watch it ASAP. It has curbed my spending and I feel better about my collection. That's a fair way to do it. Like, I must say, like, my watch pile was ever growing for a while, but going through it now, I feel a lot better about it. But at the same time, like, unfortunately, I have found a lot of fun in, well, not fun, but it's been handy with like Criterion Channel and stuff like that to stream also. So I feel like I don't have to go out there to buy like expensive titles all the time now if I've got Criterion Channel, which has been a massive help for me. But that's been my revelation so far of this lockdown. Have any favorite movie covers, as today's covers seem to be rushed Photoshop jobs? Play an Archive, I think, always do beautiful covers. But like I said, like I showed this one earlier, like this is the Carol one is my favorite. One of my favorite, like one of my favorite cover ones.
Even the typography is beautiful.
Yeah, and then the Donnie Darko limited edition box set that I've got from Arrow. I think that's another beautiful one. But yeah, all the good like boutique companies make great cover art, and I think it really helps you buying them, I guess. For you, what's yours is?
I would go for there's a father to son, the Taiwanese release, that one, and there was another Taiwanese release. That Day on the Beach is one of the most beautiful Blu-rays I picked up. I think I picked it up not last year, the year before, 2018. Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like a book and each page is using a different type of paper with a different grain and pattern. Oh, yeah. Edward Yang movie. Yeah. I think it's the only release of it on Blu-ray.
Oh, really? I've Yi is on my list to watch as well. I still not watched Yi.
Bright Summer's Day. Have you seen that?
Right. No, that's another one. Like I said, this is every time I talk to you, my friend, it's an education.
Yang and Ho Xiaoshen.
Yeah.
Lang.
It's like that. It's about, was it Great Buddha Plus is the other one that you told me about last year. I need to still watch it.
Just so underrated.
Yeah, definitely gonna watch that. And then obviously I need to see Days as well. So Eric says someone told me that they don't want to see my face.
Who said that?
Some guy in his comments. Carol says, sold Escape from New York 4K Steelbook to CX. Regretted that much when I bought it back for 2 days, losing about 18 quid. Oh, God. Those 4K Steelbooks, those Carpenters are expensive on the second-hand market. It's crazy. Graham, YouTube installs. I remember talking about this one about him being in an unintelligible Scottish accent. I think that's ridiculous.
Great.
Yeah, Graham talks more sense than Donald Trump. Agree with the Criterion a couple months ago. A lot of depth in the online catalog. It is definitely in depth. Like it's insane how much stuff is on it, and the extras on top of the films is even better. Like the Kurosawa section has about 6 or 7 like extras to each film. It's mental.
Yeah.
You could spend like a whole day on one movie with Kurosawa. Johnny, favorite 80s action movie? Oh God. I will be honest with you, I was born in 1987 and RoboCop's had a bit of a special place in my heart. RoboCop is one that I enjoy quite a bit.
Hard boiled. Hard boiled.
It's been a Police Story from Roman. Yeah, like I'm a massive Paul Verhoeven fan, by the way. So like RoboCop has like become a bit of a rewatch for me recently. Because like Showgirls is one of my favorite films of all time. If anybody wants to know that,
I think his films are clever. Even
that
are like, you look at them, you're a bit like people watch them think that's so silly. There's like even Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers is fantastic.
So
just have you seen
intelligence this film?
He's just a perverted guy at the same time. Like it's just the stuff he says to people is crazy. But he made a film called Black Book in the early 2000s, which is worth a watch as well. I think was it 101 Distribution made like a box set for it. It's pretty good. Got the RoboCop Arrow video steelbook with the original VHS cover. Nice, very nice. Oh, you've been fact checked again. Hardboiled is 92, by the way.
Oh, is it? Apologies. Yeah. Then I'd go for
you better apologize.
A Better Tomorrow. Sorry. Assume, because it's from that era of John Woo.
Definitely, but nah, definitely Graham. That the Black Book set. Actually, it's there. It's this one. It's a pretty good set. Nice little essay book in it and everything. But yeah, it's worth a watch. Along with Elle. Elle is a good. Dion, which movie made you cry? The one film that takes me back a lot is The Fox and the Hound from Disney. That makes me cry quite a bit. I think it's very sad that they can't just get along with each other. So, oh yeah, the Soldier of Orange is really good. I like that. Is it Dutch? Yeah, he's Dutch, isn't he? Yeah, but yeah, Fox and the Hound makes me cry quite a bit. What else makes me cry? I don't know. You know what? I actually wept a bit of a tear, and I don't ask me why, but when I watched Patty Jenkins' Wonder Woman, and when she comes out of the trenches, I literally wept a little bit. I don't know why. I thought it was actually quite good cinema, but I'll go away from talking about comic book movies now because it's not my forte. But yeah, I know you're disappointed in me right now.
I'm just thinking, why would you?
Yeah, I know. Don't ask me why. It was just like one of those weird moments. Don't ask me. But yeah, it was just. That's the joy of cinema. You just don't know what feelings and emotions you'll have after it.
Korean films tend to really. They do a lot of these things in there that, really. They make films that make people cry. I mean.
Well, yeah, obviously, like I said earlier, Oasis is like probably the most recent Asian film that's made me cry. Like hard. I think it's so sad.
Oh, to My Father is one, which is just, oh my god! Every time I watch it, it's just breaks my heart. Manly film Elle returns form. Definitely his new film, Benedetta. I can't wait to see that. Love Verhoeven. Elephant Man made me cry when I first watched it. Yeah, I definitely agree. When he confronts them, he says he's not a human being. He's a human being, not an animal. I actually saw Bradley Cooper play the Elephant Man in London in a play once. Yeah, I saw like footage of that. Like,
yeah, he was really good, But John Hurt played Elephant Man as well, and David Bowie as well. That's another thing you don't know about me. I love theatre. Graham says Madonna's acting makes me cry. I watched Swept Away recently. Oh my god, I didn't even know why you'd even do that.
I think he's taking the piss.
Collector 85, you guys protect your movies in plastic cases or just keep them on the shelf? Personally, I just keep them on the shelf.
But sometimes I put them in plastic sleeves, depending on.
Yeah, I've got like with Plain Archive. Sometimes you get like the plastic box, don't you, for them? So I've got a few of them. Unless, I don't know. Any day now, saddest film ever. I love watching South Korean movies and cry. Which South Korean movies is that for you? I would like to know.
Pierre, if you Kung Fu Pierre, I know him on Facebook.
Yeah.
If you see a picture of this guy, he is built like a brick shit house. I'm not even joking. And when he speaks to me about like Korean melodramas, I'm just like amazed. Because but he's like Bruce Lee films, but to match movie taste with a person,
It
just
blends.
like mismatched because the guy is, you know, but he's a top guy. He's a top guy.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have to find it on Facebook. Had something in my way when I watched Broken Circle Breakdown. Thoughts on Wong Kar-wai. We've talked about it, but I adore Wong Kar-wai. One of the reasons I went to Hong Kong last year on holiday for a week. Just one of the best directors working in the world, and I think ever to have existed, in my opinion. But yeah, what else can we say about Wong Kar-wai? Dimitri, Mystery Skin, Like Clockwork, makes me deeply emotional. Mystery Skin is on my list as well. That's on BFI Player right now, so I need to watch that. Okay, who cried watching Brokeback Mountain? I cried in Brokeback Mountain. I have rewatched Brokeback Mountain so many times, you wouldn't believe it. Like, I think that is a fantastic film. I don't care what you say, but literally, once he's holding that garment at the end, it just, breaks me to tears. It's very sad. Soul Destroyer, In the Mood for Love, and Chungking Express are in my top 5. Most definitely, they are like, Korean, Von Trier, or Refn. It's difficult for me. It's between. I like Refn, but Refn's a bit of a pompous ass. Von Trier, I love Lars Von Trier films. Like the more effed up, the better. But Hamdi Karim probably. Okay, everybody's talking about Mysterious Skin. I need to watch this film now. That's with Joseph Gordon-Levitt, right? What is it with South Korean action thrillers where children either being beaten, sold off, or killed? I've seen quite a few South Korean films with a similar trope.
Yeah, I think it's also another thing to, tug on the heartstrings.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. They always have these cute little Korean girls, like they're like little, like 5-year-olds. They're just,
Yeah. I need to get a charger because my battery's gonna die. Give me a minute.
Yeah. I think I'm on my way out as well. Wolf Children. I love Wolf Children. Amazing movie. Yeah, really sad. Thoughts on Love Exposure? Shion Sono is one of the best Japanese directors. Like he's like one of the best contemporary directors easily. Dion. Shion Sono. Are you a fan of his work?
Wait a minute. Give me a minute. Got to move stuff around now. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm on my phone, so.
What's your thoughts on Shion Sono?
Please tell me what he's made.
Love Exposure. Oh god, a lot of his films are on Third Window. Anti-Porno. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Yeah, I've seen Anti-Porno is the only one I've seen, but I actually enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, I feel so bad with I don't know how we're friends, to be honest.
But then again, those French films, What
else have we got? Huss, Record of Sweet Murder. What else have we got? Did you see Friedkin's interview with Refn? It's hilarious. Yes, I have seen that. Refn just thinks he's friends with everybody. That's the problem with him. I think. I don't get me wrong. I love Neon Demon.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Refn films. Also, his show. What was it called again? I forgot the name of the show, but the show on Prime.
Miles Teller.
Say that again.
Miles Teller.
Yeah, the one with Miles Teller. Was it I forgot the name of it, but it's so good. Yeah, Drive is good as well. I think the problem with Drive for me is that I've rewatched it so many times. I'm just I don't think I've rewatched it since 2015. It's just been that long since I've not watched it. Too Old to Die Young, that's the name of the show. It was so good. Couldn't stand Only God Forgives. I can stand it in a way, but yeah, it's okay. Thoughts on Suspiria remake? I really liked the Suspiria remake. I actually, my first festival trip to Venice,
I went to the press screening of it, and I just fell in love with it straight away. And then I went to see it again the same night because I liked it that much. I think it's a really different version from Argento's, but I don't get me wrong, I equally love Argento's version also. I know a lot of people don't like the new Suspiria, but honestly, I was absolutely floored by it. I think like the last 20, 30 minutes of that film is just brilliant. Like I really love it. And Tom York's score on that film is something special. I've actually got that on vinyl. It's well good. Well good. More thoughts on it?
I really like it.
Yeah. It's like, I haven't rewatched it I don't think I rewatched it last year, but I do like it. What's your favorite movie of 2019? Uncut Gems is my favorite film of 2019. I think it's fantastic cinema. If you go on my Twitter or anywhere, you can see how much I adore Uncut Gems. Like I've even got a sticker of Howard on my iPad, so he's with me at all times. So it's one of my favorite Sandler films, and I know Roman loves a good Adam Sandler movie as well. Little Nicky's one of my favorites, and Waterboy. Soul Destroyer, yes, I do use Letterboxd. I don't know what my name is right now. What is it? Is it Dion Win? It's Dijon Win. So Dijon like the mustard. I'll put a link in the chat for you guys. There we go. It's there for you. Oh yes, we talk about mise en scène now. Yes, it's like being back in uni. Yeah, the mise en scène is beautiful. I think that's the thing about Luca Guadagnino. He sets a tone very well with framing, and just the sheer ambience of Suspiria is brilliant. Sandler needs to do more dramas. I definitely agree. Like Punch Drunk Love, My Wit Story, and Uncut Gems have been 3 good ventures for him. He should have won an Oscar for that, in my opinion. But yeah, it's very unpopular at the same time. Unpopular opinion, I liked it more than the original. Okay, I've not met many people that like the new version instead of the Argento. Like I still level pegging. Carl asked best working British director now. Oh my god. Lynn Ramsey is one.
That's what I was going to say.
Lynn Ramsey is one, definitely. I think Francis Lee, who made God's Own Country. I think he's a fantastic director. And he's a very nice guy. I've exchanged quite a lot of words. Ben Wheatley, again, yeah, High Rise is one of my favorite films from him. I really cannot wait to see his version of Rebecca, even though I think it should be illegal to remake Hitchcock films. Gus Van Sant should have been put on the guillotine for what he did to Psycho.
Every time, what's his name, playing Norman Bates.
Oh, yeah, Vince Vaughn. Yeah. Oh god, yeah, but no, yeah, definitely Ben Wheatley is another one. A Field in England is brilliant. Andrew Haigh, I've not watched much Andrew Haigh films. I also like Sally Porter. I think she makes great films. Joanna Hogg is another great British director. I think Souvenir is one of the best films of last year. I'm assuming Soul Destroyer is on my letterbox right now. Yeah, Mark Jenkins hopefully he'll make more films now. If you go online though, Graham, I think on YouTube you can see some of Mark Jenkins' short films, because he does the Crank. He's the bait director. He does a lot there. The Soft Winter Killers of Suspiria remake threw me off, but I like it. From the little I've seen of Marriage Story with Sammo Hung and Maggie Chung, it seems to be a hit Hong Kong cinema sweet spot. Filmed in '88 in Canada, looks worth it. Okay. Blue Velvet is also my favorite Lynch movie. Thank you very much, Sustra. Midsommar, yes, I've seen Midsommar. I love Midsommar. The director's cut is fantastic. Have you watched it, Huss?
I've seen bits of it. I know it's on.
It's on Prime now.
Prime now. Yeah,
I really liked it. I just really like religious cult films. I think they're brilliant. Well, not religious cult, but like religious type horror.
Yeah.
There's another one that's coming out later on this year now called Saint Maud. Highly recommend anybody checking that out. There's a review on my channel for it. I got to see it early, but it got delayed. It was meant to come out in May, but I think it's going to be delayed regardless, unless it goes out on VOD. What do you think of? Why are you not charging? What do you think of A24? What do you think of A24? The Facebook group is hilarious. Someone posted a link to the trailer of Wicker Man and said there's similar vibes to Midsommar. I will be honest with you, like A24 is a company that I think at times release very good films. But I think people need to realize that it's a production house, distribution house, and not sole creators of cinema. I think there's a way that I think people differentiate it.
Yeah,
and the whole concept of slow burn and A24 really grinds my gears a bit. But like I said, if it wasn't for A24, I wouldn't have seen Spring Breakers. So
there's certain YouTubers that just go mad. Over A24. I don't want to name names, but they go bonkers. Thinking they make all these great films. No, they just release these great films.
Yeah, this is the thing. It's like I just don't understand why they need to why they just think that everything that they buy is something that they've had their hand in. They just find good directors. Director of Selfish Giant is Cleo Barnard, I think. Wicker Man is great too. Obviously, Wicker Man is fantastic. It's one of the best British horror films.
Yeah.
Gretel and Hansel looks good. Apparently, it's good. Dimitri, if he's still in the chat, he's seen it. Because he's in St. Petersburg at the moment, and it's on VOD in Russia. And he gave it 4.5 stars on VOD. And Dimitri's pretty on point with his horror. So they probably thought Ari Aster inspired Wicker Man. Yeah, probably. It just doesn't shock me. Yeah, but the thing with Ari Aster is, though, at the same time, he's a very good filmmaker. I think Hereditary is very good. What's the name of that short film he made? What is it called? Oh, The Strange Thing About the Johnsons. Fantastic film. It's only 30 minutes long, but it's well worth a watch.
I've only seen Hereditary.
But no, just everything. Just anything is worth a go with Ari Aster. Do you know if Bud Blue will do new movie release now?
No, but if anyone's watching, I'm doing a competition with them coming up soon, so it's a chance to have a choice of a few Blu-rays. I'll put the details of that soon in a video, probably next week, somehow. And you got a chance to win some really big releases of the last year. I mean, but Bud Blue, they really need to release something else, because their release of A Bittersweet Life was amazing. They went to town on that. Absolutely. Yeah. Good chat,
guys. Good chat, guys. But I'm going to bed. It's calling me. See you later. Good night, Graham. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Graham.
Hopefully we'll see you again for another chat. Maybe we can do a bigger chat or something with more YouTubers or something. That'd be cool.
And plus, sort your accent out, mate.
Yeah.
Learn to speak English.
I saw a clip of Sammo Hung either tap dancing or just dancing in a suit outside. It's at night time. I think it's 80s or 90s film. Do you know what film it is?
Sammo Hung tap dancing or just outside at night time. Oh my god, that makes me think it's not Millionaire Express. I don't know if it's Millionaire Express. Could possibly be. I don't know. Oh my god, that's going to annoy me now. What is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
What else have we got? Dion, do you own the Alan Clark set? No, I do not own the Alan Clark set, but Made in Britain is a really good film, I think. Definitely, yeah, a very underappreciated British director. If you're interested in like British cinema, like I would recommend the Derek Jarman binge watch on BFI. Definitely a fantastic director. You guys love Taiwanese film?
I love Taiwanese. I think Taiwanese cinema doesn't get as much love outside of like Asia. I mean, Criterion, yeah, they release Edward Yang movies, and we're getting more Ho Xiaoxian films. But there's loads of other directors you really need to check out. I mean, Simon Lang's Days, his new release. Hopefully that gets a release in the UK soon. Dion, I'm waiting for you to review that.
Yeah, I know. I need to watch it. I will. I probably will do it over the weekend because I've got a bit more free time. Graham, yeah, definitely. If you want to join in for the chat next time, that would be cool.
Yeah, definitely.
Thoughts on the single long take and long day's journey into night? It's just pure artistry. I think it's technically fantastic. There's nothing I could critique on it. I have a review on my YouTube channel, which explains it a lot better than I can right now. But like I said, the Blu-ray's out on Monday, so I'll definitely be buying it.
Beautiful.
Roman's asking, just logged on to Letterboxd, need some more info on Journey to China.
Journey to China. I'm trying to think. God, I think I saw that the other day. It's okay. It's okay right now. At the moment, I've got. I think I put that in a few days ago. Actually, I don't tend not to review films on Letterboxd because there's just so many films. I've just been inputting films that I've seen, like from my whole life, and I've not updated it in 3 years.
Such a long time.
I know, it's such a long time.
Carl, do you think more boutique labels should start dip their toes into 4K, Arrow, Criterion 4K? Not necessarily, because at times I think it may potentially butcher the actual aesthetic of a film. I think if they do go down the 4K road, just be a bit more mindful of what they might convert to 4K. I don't think 4K always works out the best for some films. But personally, I'm not a big fan of 4K in general. It's just not really for me. I've not really bought a 4K film ever, and I don't intend to buy any 4Ks anytime soon or a player.
No, I've just 4K. I just checked. I'm just checking Journey to China, and it was a film we were talking about earlier. That's why my head was in like, oh, we just recently spoke about it. It's a Schwarzenegger Chan film.
One. Yeah,
God, I'm just thinking, and then I'm thinking Journey to the West.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm thinking of that.
It's just trash. It's absolute garbage. Roman, like, I don't even know how. I was tempted to make a video about it, just like a 2-minute video to explain how crap it is, but just please don't waste your time with it.
Watch Journey to the West instead.
Well, so we've got Wong Kar-wai's film Blossoms is coming out this year. Sorry to break it, Soul Destroyer, but it's not coming out this year. He's not even started filming it. Protests in Hong Kong started last year, so he couldn't start. Then obviously with this pandemic now, it's not going to be happening for a while. Apparently he's not even prepped with it, from what I've heard. So yeah, your thoughts to update your letterbox unless you. It's tough to update your letterbox unless you constantly update it all the time. Yeah, definitely agree with that.
Kind of a break.
Any channels you recommend for home film study and cinematography?
Every Frame's a Picture. That's a good channel.
I'm not. In all honesty, I stay away from like home film studies and cinematography things. It's just
Watch the films. Watch films.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to study it.
I think for me, it's like, because obviously I teach film, like criticism and stuff in schools and all that jazz. It's like I find it difficult to like listen to other people because I feel like it might like hinder my ideas, or I might change my perspectives on stuff. So I just stay away from it. Best movie related podcast. Do you know what? I don't listen to podcasts. I just don't. If I do prefer, I listen to more to like, I'm more watching videos on YouTube than anything else with film reviews or whatever. Like I said, quite a few of my favorite film YouTube people are still in the chat, so thank you for sticking along. But do you listen? You don't listen to podcasts either, us?
No,
it's just the same. Best movie, I know. Cinema Nippon is really good channel for dissection of film meaning. Okay, I can definitely check that out. Been watching since 6-year-old, since I saw seeing Van Damme, the Kermit and Bruce Lee. The
Kumite and the Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Everyone's been doing these memes because the UFC are having an event on a private island because of the coronavirus, and everyone's putting these whole kumite things, like it's like literally Enter the Dragon in real life.
My phone's blooded. My phone's on the verge of dying, but I'm not.
Yeah, I think we could call it a day.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's up to you.
Yeah, and we can carry on this chat maybe next week or something. We'll sort something out.
Fine. Do you want to do? We could obviously do it like on Fridays or something like that. Might be easier for everybody.
Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, please let us know what you think, because the fact that we went on for 3 hours just means that it was a good interaction in general with everybody. So that's like kind of what I wanted from it.
Just to chat about it.
Yeah.
So maybe we could get someone else in it as like.
Yeah. Well, exactly. We can always like bring more people into the fold. There's plenty of people here. So thanks, Floyd, for watching. Amazing. Thank you very much, everybody. Really, it's been a lot of fun.
Much, guys. Thank you, Dion, for coming onto my channel.
Thank you for letting me come to your channel. It's been a lot of fun, man.
We've been talking about this for so long.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, definitely. You can have a talk. Friday's good. Thanks for the stream. Thanks, Roman, for coming, man. Much appreciated. Thank you.
Yeah,
Dimitri.
thanks, everyone.
Thank you, very much.
Eric, you got to get involved as well.
Yeah, we should definitely like get more people involved. Even if it's not a watch along, we can just chat about movies or anything. Really, it's just out there for anybody that wants to be part of it. So it's just encouraging people to stay at home. Exactly, and that too. Stay at home. That's good. Thank you very much, everybody. Again, shall we say bye, and then we can say bye in the other part? Yeah. All right, mate. Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks very much, guys. Take it easy. Take care. Bye.